wear that outfit again. But if you wanna keep it sweet, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that when you used to debut a beat, her phone number one single song? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. I guess I was probably returning videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes.
The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Like, you gonna take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised. right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday out there. This is the Ronin Joe Show, episode 56. I am here, Ronin Joe, as your host. I am here with the guy. He changed it up on me, the guy. D's nuts. Okay. I didn't expect that one. Yeah, the guy, these nuts. Good to see you. Mr. Sean Ahrendt here joining me on the Ronin Joe Show. Yep. This is an interesting night. You got the Freedom, the UFC Freedom fight, whatever it is, 250 going on right now in the White House, which I was watching right before we started the show, which is pretty badass, I have to say. Sean, did you watch any of that before we started?
Just the Mexican Josh Hartnell.
Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, and then that's just pretty much what I saw. Which
he won, by the way, the opening. Cool. I can't remember his name. I'm not a huge UFC fan, but I have been enjoying it more and more, getting into it a little bit more lately. And so I checked it out, and I got to say, it's really cool. You know, we're celebrating 250 years of independence here in America this year. And this is one of the first big events. So shout out, happy birthday to President Trump, by the way. One of the first big events that they're having at the White House. And regardless of wherever you stand in politics, I think it's here nor there. I think it's really cool to see the White House in the background of something that's celebrating American exceptionalism. You know, I'm like, why don't we do this more often? Like, you know, have an all-star hockey game there, or freaking whatever you can think of, more events in front of the White House like that. I think it's pretty badass. A lot of patriotism going on. I dig it. It was cool. I wish I could still be watching it, but we have a show. We're going to talk about the Spider-Man leaks. Two-Face is black now, and aliens that want only your buttholes.
Nice.
Or maybe not just the butthole, but aliens, you know? I mean, what's going on right now? We got a lot of disclosure happening. We got the movie Disclosure Day coming out, I think making around $120 million for the weekend, I think I saw. So is Spielberg back? I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that as well. So many things to get into. Probably won't get into them all, and that's usually what happens on the show. But before we do, let's get started. Let's jump into the chat and say hey to the chat. Still filing in here. Wherever you guys are watching, please hit the like button. Share this out. Let people know if you're watching it on YouTube, X, or Rumble. Let people come in the chat, have a good time. Let's go. Subscribe wherever you're at. We got Matthew in the house. I believe this is one of the first times that he is number one in the chat. And by the way, he's number one in StreamYard. I'm running 3 different chats right now. You have the YouTube chats, which is vertical and horizontal. So you might not see everybody in the same chats, but you will show up here on the screen. And also the Rumble chat as well. But the first one, StreamYard keeps track of it. The very first one in the chat tonight is Matthew. My friend, that makes you number one in the chat. Number one in our hearts. That makes you, my friend.
You're number one.
Yes, indeed you are. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much. We have Ol V Ravioli. Says, yo, Joe and Joe's mama. Hail Sean and Keely Karate. I like that. Yeah, shout out to Kayla, who's usually joins us on the Thursday shows. This show has actually been a solo show for the longest time, and Sean's just been jumping on. I enjoy it. Enjoy having the partnership here. So usually
I'm the best.
Yeah, just anytime Sean wants to jump on a show, he is welcome. I'll just say that. Good to see you, man. We also have Alistair Crowley in the house. Mr. Crowley says, let's do this. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Also have K. Ojo says, greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good to see you.
Holla.
I don't know if I've seen this name, but Tin OCO or Zero CO says, my ears, holy crap. Yeah, if you don't like heavy metal, you're probably not going to like the intros to this show. So my suggestion would be get out there and like some heavy metal. Yeah, drop it, the guitars. I like it. Good to see you. We got Kilroy in the house says, here from California. Love to see it. By the way, wherever you are watching from tonight, I love it when people put in the chat where they're watching from, whether it's San Francisco, Carolina, California, here in Michigan.
Sheboygan.
Drop that in the chat. Drop it. I'd like to see you guys for sure. We got Mo Biggs in the house. Our guy.
Hey, Mo! Mo! What? I finished the drawer. What do you want me to do, kiss you? Well, go on, put it over there.
Oh, yeah. It's that kind of show when Mo Biggs is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. We also have Faust Fury.
Ooh.
Dropping the horns, shots, cheers, and American flag. Great to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. We also have Christopher Bouchard in the house.
Hey,
welcome,
buddy.
my friend. Watching from Texas. I love the state of Texas, by the way.
Tejas.
Love the state of Texas. When I was in a
the women
band,
in Texas.
Mine Enemies Fall, we used to go down there and tour quite a bit. Fort Worth, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus Christi. I'm trying to remember all the Port Lavaca we were in. So many places we played down there. But shout out to Wiley J. Draws in the house. Good to see you. R. Lund is here as well. Says Minnesota here. Awesome. Love to see it. Love to see it. We also have a member of the channel, Sheldon Martin, saying watching from North Dakota.
Nice.
Awesome
We'll
to
have
have
to
you here.
reschedule you to come back on this weekend, this Thursday.
Yeah, let me talk about that here in a second. We'll let you guys know what's going on with the last show out and stuff. But first, Sheldon Martin is the first member in the chat. First members always get this.
What are you doing up
Oh my God! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
It feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
We also have Charles Patrick in the house. Says Houston, Texas. Nice. I like Houston too. I played in
Love
Houston a
Houston.
few times. What's the name of the bar? I can't remember. It was a nice club though. Good big stage, nice floor, but dirty, metal. So it was dirty. It was very fun. I enjoyed doing that. Let's see. Kilroy says metal is like caviar. You have to acquire the taste for it. That's true. That's true. I mean, music. That's music in general, right? Like I can't listen to Jonesy.
Joe Dissy.
Joe Dissy. But it's okay. Sean loves it, so we're good to go.
What matters in my world.
Mine Enemies Fall had to hire a temporary fiddler player to abide by Texas law. You know what? I would have absolutely tried to fit in a fiddle to one of the songs because that's an awesome instrument. I would have done it. Watching from America. Fuck yeah. Hell
Nice.
yeah. California, actually. I like it. I was just out of California last year on vacation out there. Went to Disney. What is it out there? Is Disney World, I think, is out there. Disneyland. I think that's Florida, right? Or no, Disney. Whatever. Went to that. Had a good time. Went whale watching. Didn't see any whales. Saw a couple common dolphins, which were very common. But yeah, had a good time. I did not go down to Hollywood, the Strip, the Boulevard, whatever it is. My older brother did when we were there. And he was just like, there's like so many homeless people. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I'll just, whatever I imagine it to be from the movies. Yeah, whatever I imagine it to be from the movies, I'm just going to keep it that way in my head. So we're good on that.
The only way you can imagine that is from Last Action Hero.
That's true. That's true. Remember it that way. Oh, yeah, okay. Disney Land is California. World is Florida. I get them confused all the time. But yeah, we went to Disneyland. That was fun. That was a good time. All right. Guys, do me a favor. We're going to jump into some topics here. Share this out. Let people know we're live. And jump in, have a good time. Like the stream. We've been trying to get the likes up in general on the stream, so make sure you're doing that as well over there on Rumble. Let me look. And we have anybody? Nobody over. Well, we got one person on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble Lights. They're watching over there. So let's jump into this main topic. Let's just get into stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, Sean?
I like stuff.
Get into stuff. We'll just jump right into it. Spider-Man. Leaks. Let me bring this up here. There's been a lot of leaks going on with the Spider-Man movie right now, and I wasn't really paying attention to it for too long until I saw the trailer drop. And this big X in it. I'm sure has everybody seen it out there in the chat? I know, Sean, you've seen the trailer with the big X that you can watch. It's all over the place. I think Disney, Marvel were trying to get it taken down. Sony, it's still up there, though. There have been people doing the HI adjustments with it, trying to get that X out to see it better and like up the quality of the trailer or whatever. I watched it once because at first I was like, this is probably fake because they make so many fake trailers out there. I'm just like, whatever. This is probably just another AI generated trailer. No big deal. I watch it, I get through it, I'm like, this might be legit. That might be a legit trailer. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing all over the place that there's leaks going on. Trailers are getting out there. There's 2 different trailers getting out there, and also a full release, I guess, of the entire movie is going on social media somewhere where people can get. So this is interesting. Now, I bring this up, Sean. You remember when, what was it called? No Way Home came out?
Mm-hmm.
You remember all the leaks for that movie, too?
Yeah.
That came out, and there was all the denial about Andrew Garfield in the scene. It was clearly the last scene of the movie that they were shooting in front of the blue screen. Everyone's like, oh, it's fake, it's AI, it's this or that. There's rumors that Sony may have done that on purpose to drive excitement and legitimacy to the movie in the guise of sneaking out leaks out there. Do you think that the studios might do this more often than we think? Like when we're like, okay, how does something really get leaked? Something from the production company that has to do it. They have to take it and they have to put it on there. But how many of these do you think are legit leaks, or do you think that some masterful guy in advertising figured out, like if we leak stuff out there, you might generate more excitement and more drive to the theaters with this stuff getting out there?
I think it's smart marketing.
It kind of seems like it would be,
Maybe they could do last minute edits prior to the movie just to kind of fluff it up or whatever, because they're always working on this shit up until go. Like they'll even be working on this until like streaming or even the Blu-ray release.
Yeah, we were talking about that with Masters of the Universe and just anything that comes out. Like they continue to work on all the special effects. I mean, they'll touch things up. Kind of reminds me of some colorists that we know, always getting a new version of something. Like, hey, I touched this up. Like, I already sent it to print. So we get this post here from the Leaker Guy.
What a great costume.
By the way, this is a fantastic costume. One of the best, I think, that we've seen on screen. I know people are partial to either Maguire or Garfield. There are a lot of people that also like Holland's costume from the movies, which I didn't mind. I didn't think that was bad from Civil War.
All good choices. Whatever you like, you win. But this is top tier tits for me.
Yeah, this is old school. Like, this reminds me of Ditko, maybe Ramita. The eyes are smaller.
Yeah, the stamp, the underoos, the balloons, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? The only thing that would have made this better is if they found a way, even if it was CGI or AI, well, not AI, but CGI, some kind of special effects to put the webbing under his arm. Like, it wouldn't work for a physical costume. That's the thing.
No.
It would just look stupid in a physical costume. But in CGI, anytime you lifted the arm, you could have that under webbing. And I think that would be badass because that was one of the coolest looks on the Spider-Man costume when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I never understood that was actually for gliding. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course. No, they kind of did that for the second movie when he was gliding out to attack Mysterio.
Yeah. That's true. I guess they did kind of do a version of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I couldn't understand why they were there. I just remember them looking cool, but I could not figure out why is this? And that's one of the reasons I didn't really read back then. I just looked at the pages, and I found out years later. I was like, oh, he uses it for gliding. That makes a lot of sense. He
doesn't make enough weapons anymore.
That's true.
With his webs, it'd be cool when he'd make a bat or a big boxing glove or just anything, they did get stupid cool shit.
They did get a little goofy there back in the day. It's cool. It was cool, but they could get a little goofy with that stuff. Mo Big says, do it like the first Sonic movie, leak a fucked up version, and then say we listen to the fans and then show a real version. That's true. That really gives you some kudos with the fans. We got Jeremy Burt's in the house. Says, hail Joe and Sean.
Yo, what's going on, bud?
Good to see you, man. Well, the Leaker Guy here says, and one more thing, if you thought the Brand New Day leaks were already insane, you have no idea what's going on. I can't say in detail, but someone tried to sell the unfinished film. So this is, I don't know if this is a rumor, if this is true, but this is where I've kind of got it from, just posts on X. And I didn't really do a lot of deep dive, but it would make sense to me if the trailer is out there that there could be the leak of the entire movie actually hitting the interwebs, the social media. Now, on one thing, if this is a marketing ploy by Sony or Disney to kind of put these leaks out there and then act like, oh no, we don't want those out there, But I've seen things, excuse me, sorry. I've seen things pulled down a lot faster for other movies by other studios. Well, I've not seen that. Just so you guys know, that's disavow, But I've seen other studios pull things down a lot faster than Sony is supposedly doing with this trailer. I feel like this trailer's been up for damn near the entire week. Mm-hmm. And it's still up there. So it makes me wonder if that is definitely a marketing ploy to get people to the movie. Now, I want to run down a synopsis of the movie that could be true or fake. We don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there. And see what everybody thinks about this. Because I don't know if this one, I got two things. I got another video I got to find that Sean sent me of a guy talking about it. So there's a couple different perspectives we're going to look at here with the Spider-Man stuff here in a second. Sheldon says, reminds me of the Sci-Fi Channel did a Star Wars dedicated show for Phantom Menace, and they had a 20-second run through leaking the plot. Really?
No shit.
I don't remember that at all. All right, let me bring this down for a second. Bring the next thing. Where is the article I'm looking for? Yeah. Actually, it's not an article. It's a post. By the way, if anyone is keeping track of the UFC fights, give me an update in the chat as we go, because I'm not going to be able to watch the end of that. And I was actually really enjoying it. By the way, I was talking about this when the show first started. Great production. Awesome to see a stage right in front of the White House. No political shit here. Wherever you stand, I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying a sporting event that can just be held in front of the White House and just celebrate the American exceptionalism in sport is really cool. And I think they should do it more often.
I think they should do something like that for like senators and governors.
Oh, dude. Yes. Put some boxing gloves on them so you go out in the ring, settle the differences. Whoever wins, that's how the bill gets passed.
Yeah, man.
I like it. We would have to get like AOC and Laura Boebert or do
Is
like
Laura
a brawl.
Boebert the one that tugged off the guy in the
Yeah. Big old knockers.
Yo, that would be awesome. They
Get them in the ring together and do like a old school WWE bra and panties match.
Oh, they're both hot. Like regardless of your political beliefs and how crazy AOC is.
Just keep their mouths shut.
Yeah,
just tell them not to speak. But if you're just enjoying the view, yeah, absolutely. The bald eagle at the weigh-in was great. Yeah, altogether, the flyover was really good. The national anthem was really good. The bald eagle. It's just people that don't want to enjoy this just don't have a lot of fun in their lives. And the fact that you can't just jump up for just patriotism. This is your country, regardless of whatever you feel about politics or your leaders. You still embrace the 250 years of independence we've had in this country, and let's celebrate it. Lauren Boebert is basically a corn star. That's true. You know what? She could be the first, and I don't want to put ideas out there, but could be the first chick in politics to start an OnlyFans after she's out of office. You know how much, how well she would probably do with that, Sean? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Hey, what happened? Any of you suckers, chat members, signed up to Shannon Elizabeth so we could check it out?
That's right. Somebody was supposed to fund that so that we could get an account set, because I'm not going to do it. Sean's not going to do it. But if you guys in the chat fund it, we'll get it set up and we'll check out to see what Shannon Elizabeth's OnlyFans is actually about. Because I've said this before. Like, to me, it's a grift that works very well, but she's not going on there and doing porn and butthole stuff like a lot of girls are. But she definitely raised, like $1 million or something like that. And one day when she was...
I want to see her fucking spread her lips and sucking cherries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly she has tiers there. You can do like private video messages. So maybe you could be like, hey, how much would it cost?
Just give me 3 minutes.
Yeah, just jump on screen and do it. All right, back to Spider-Man. It says new synopsis from Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's a brand new day for Peter Parker, fighting crime full-time as Spider-Man in a world that doesn't remember him, and the pressure of seeing his old friends move on without him sparks a change in Peter he may not have the power to control. But the transformation might also be the only thing that can stop a shocking new threat to the city and those he loves. A powerful villain no one can ever even see. The world may have forgotten Peter Parker, but he hasn't forgotten them. So that's one that I saw. That's just kind of a plot synopsis breakdown, I guess you could say. The one I'm going to talk about here in a second goes into, if true, would be spoilers. So we're going to jump into this. But this is an interesting theory that, if true, I'm not quite sure exactly how I feel about it just yet. That's a lot. I know Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie, Scary Movie, and an issue of Marvel's she was in Ultimates? Interesting.
Yeah, I think she fucked Tony.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you, Tony. Good for you. What happened to the chick in Chicago? Did she lose the election? She had an OnlyFans. Did she? Which one are we talking about here? Look it up, Mo Biggs. I'm not quite sure on that one. Oh, there you go. I looked it up. Thank you. She came in second in the Democratic primary for the House of Representatives. I don't know who she is. Drop a name. We'll look her up. We'll see what she looks like. Brian Hitch had to draw her. Nice. You know what? If I was Brian Hitch, I would have been like, yo, can I get Shannon Elizabeth's representative? And then I would have reached out to him and be like, look, I'm drawing you in this comic, and I kind of need full forms, so
Yeah.
why don't you just go ahead and send some pictures, whatever you want to send over, bikinis, if you want to go naked, that's fine, but just all for reference so that I can better draw you in every aspect of the way in the comic book. That's what I would have done, and I think it would have worked too. I really do. All right, so here's the thing. This is from No More Mutants on X. It says the possible plot that is leaking in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, if you guys don't want to listen to this, could be possible spoilers, turn away now. But again, all the stuff that hits the internet, some of these pan out to be true. A lot of these pan out to just be complete nonsense. I think a lot of these studios put a lot of these leaks out there on purpose as far as the rumors, scripts, or whatever, so that it throws people off the scent. I can't believe that Marvel would be so careless, and Sony would be so careless to let the entire plot of the movie leak out like this. But here we go. The main villain is the Jackal. Sean, what would you think about that?
Cool.
Okay. All right, we're going to put a pin on that, Mo Biggs. After this, we're going to check her out, see what she's all about, if she's worthy of OnlyFans. I had to look it up once again because no way I was going to remember that name. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, research purposes only. That's what we do here. We want to give you, bring you accurate content. Okay, so the Jackal could be the main villain, which is interesting because I don't know if I've heard him rumored at all for being in the movie. Have you? And maybe he has, but I don't remember that character name being rumored to be in this movie.
Nah, the only ones I know rumored are that negative Asian guy and Tombstone. Well, Tombstone's a lock-in.
Yeah, Tombstone's definitely in. So this was interesting when I read this and why I wanted to bring it up. Like, okay, again, could be real, could not be, but this is an interesting plot, and it's just like, what would you think? And I want to hear what the chat's going to think. I want to hear what Sean's going to think before I give my thought process. It says the main villain is the Jackal. The Jackal has created a genetic virus that makes those infected susceptible. Why can't I speak? Susceptible. Thank you. To mind control and possession. So it was horrible. In which, if you look at the trailer, there are these shots of people getting mind controlled, bouncing from person to person in the trailer. And I've always maintained that it's probably Jean Grey doing this. However, this article is more or less saying that it's something that there's a virus with the Jackal. They're going to go on and explain here in a second. I still can't say that. Why can't I say it? It's the dyslexia, I think, that's messing me up here. And I know the word, but now I can't even think of the word. That bugs me. $5 super chat for being an idiot. Let's go. It can jump between the bodies of anyone infected. We're talking about this in virus. The ultimate goal is to completely merge with a powerful host body as your own body is dying. He wants to save himself, but also become more powerful. Now, that doesn't really sound like the character of the Jackal, though. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but he was always the guy that did the cloning, right? Yeah. Cloned Gwen Stacy, and then later on in the Clone Saga in the 90s, did that as well. California 6, Washington, D.C. 8. All right. Susceptible. Did I say it right that time? Susceptible. Thank you, K.O. Joe. Maybe that's what it is. It's just like I needed it all in capitals, spelled out like that. Okay. The Jackal makes a deal with Tombstone to help him gain control of the Hand. The Hand is looking for a new leader. So I wonder if they'll be playing off of the Netflix ending there.
Ooh.
Or was that... Wait. In Iron Fist, did that chick take over the Hand, or was that...
I think so.
Okay, so maybe this will just be has nothing to do with the Netflix Hand, and they're just introducing their own version. Okay, interesting. Jackal uses his possession skills to make them believe that the beast of their ancient myths has returned and is searching for a suitable body to lead them. Jean Grey. So here we get into Jean Grey. Jean Grey's powers have only recently manifested, and in a world without Xavier, she has been on the run. So they're saying in this Spider-Man Sony universe, well, we're in the 616, right? With Spider-Man.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is. But that there are mutants, but there isn't an Xavier, or at least not yet. We got Chris in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up?
Skip Edwards is here, too. He said, what's up, Ronin Joe in the chat? What's up with you? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm just trying to get through this. I'm having a hard time with my words tonight. So that'll be fun. Jean Grey. Okay. Frank Castle helps her meet with William Metzger, who claims to be the DOD, or claims that the DOD has developed a technology that can suppress mutant powers. This is based on the technology Bruce Banner created to suppress the Hulk. Now, in the trailer, you do see Bruce Banner talking about how he's able to hold the Hulk back with this contraption on his arm. Have you seen that, Sean?
You told me about that.
Okay, you haven't seen that yet. It's in one of the. Well, it might be in the leak trailer. Maybe that's where I'm getting it from. I can't remember. But there is that aspect. So some of this, I'm like, okay, this could be legit. So far, they're kind of touching on things I've seen so far in the trailer that would make sense. Mo Big says, I'm kind of impressed, Joe. I'm not dyslexic, and I wouldn't read all that. Thank you. I try. Jean is locked in a DODC facility because William believes that the strange possessions and seemingly supernatural events occurring must be caused by a psychic mutant like Jean Grey. So, you know, Sean, how we were talking about in the trailer, and we're talking about that scene where you see from the back and the characters like lifting their arms, and I'm the one that said like, oh, that's Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And I still believe that that's the case, but in this, it seems like this would be more or less like that might be. Could that be the Jackal? Or could that still be Jean Grey, and then all the people being possessed could be the Jackal? I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, we'll find out.
It says there is no Tree Man or Grey Hulk in this. So I'm gonna bring up something here in a second that kind of contradicts this, which is why this is fun to go over because you don't know
who's Tree Man?
I have no idea who Tree Man. I was hoping you would tell me who Tree Man is. I'm like, I've never heard of a Tree Man character. Chat, have you heard of Tree Man? Rachel Brinkley's in the house. Good to see you.
What's up?
Hope you are doing well. Yeah, Tree Man, I'm not sure. Odd way to introduce Jean Grey to the MCU. The entire aspect of introducing the mutants into the MCU has been weird. And I think will continue to be weird. I don't think they're going to do it well. If they still go ahead and have that movie called The Mutants, I think that's going to be odd in general to have them coming out like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I've been less than impressed with the way they're introducing mutants into the MCU. The Bean Pads in the house is hail Joe, hail Sean, hail the chat, hail CG. Hail my friend. Hope you're doing well. We're just going over this possible leak. And I say possible because it's probably not true. We've got something else that's going to contradict this a little bit here in a second. But it could be a possible leak to the new movie, Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. So if you don't want spoilers, just dip out here for the next 5 minutes. I'll cover this and we'll get to something else. The Punisher is briefly possessed, but Jean is able to expel him from him. Jean's mind is too strong for the Jackal to penetrate. Whoa. It's an interesting use of words there.
All right.
So she is safe. Okay, well, good for Jean. No penetrating tonight. Look, Jean Grey's the only character I know that likes to turn men gay.
Yeah.
So there's that. So who knows? Says the Jackal also later possesses Bruce Banner, but Jean manages to remove the bracelet from his wrist. With Bruce out of control, the Hulk comes out completely and unleashes himself on a rampage. Now, I have heard that it's Jean that's going to be the one doing this, but to me, it doesn't really make sense. Why would she remove the bracelet from his wrist, causing him to become the Hulk, causing him to do a ton of different, rampage and damage, just because he got taken over by the Jackal? It doesn't make sense if that's the case. I'm reading this. I'm like, that's one of the problems I have with the plot. If that is true, like it doesn't sound like it would be something that was good. Past Master Dan's in the house.
What's up?
Good to see you, my friend. Okay, Tree Man sounds like a character some first grader would come up with for a first class project. Yeah, it makes me kind of wonder about this article. Maybe he just, I don't know, maybe he was meaning to put down a different character and it was a typo. I mean, if you don't proofread your stuff, sometimes you put some stupid shit on there. I don't know. They should cast Tobey Maguire as the Vulture to make us feel old. Toby is he's what, 50, 51, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so he's a lot older than you kind of think. Okay. The Hand wants Peter to host the Beast, so they pressure Jackal to figure out a way to control him. Jackal suggests that if Peter were weakened, he might be more susceptible to control. Oh, I missed this one. Basically, Jackal tries to possess Peter. For some reason, it doesn't really work that way. It begins to mutate within Peter and grants him organic webs, increased strength, heightened sense, and spider sense. So now this is in the trailer. The organic webs is in the trailer. And you see him with the red eyes and stuff. So there's something going on. So, I mean, this kind of lends a little credence to the leaks. Then the hand. So the hand wants Peter for their leader. The Jackal controls Peter and introduces him to the Hand as a new leader for them. The plan to kill and resurrect Peter to fully establish him as one of them. See, this is where it kind of gets a little off the rails, you know. Interesting plot if that's the case. I don't know. Turns out that Jean and Peter had a plan from the beginning for this, and Jean is able to suppress the Jackal, trapping him inside Peter so he can't jump from melee anymore. This guy needs to proofread. Spidey regains all of his powers and repels the Hand. Jean, Frank, and the Daredevil. Daredevil? Okay.
I knew it.
Oh, we'll see. Come to help him. So maybe a cameo by the Daredevil. But that doesn't make sense either because he's in prison right now.
Well, he's fighting the Hand in a prison.
Oh, so if we did that scene in the prison, maybe that is where Matt's at. That could be. So maybe he doesn't cameo as Daredevil, but more as like, Matt Murdock fighting within prison. I don't know. Okay. That could be legit. Tombstone had a kind of safety switch from the Jackal virus all the time, which he activates it. Peter reverts to a weakened form and is dying. Okay. Jean is still senses the Jackal in him, so Peter decides to let him die so the possessor can die with him. This doesn't make any sense. See, this is where it's just for me, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. He goes and confesses everything to MJ, then he goes to Aunt May's grave, sits down to die. That's a kind of a depressing movie if that's the case. Rachel says she is 51 as well. Shout out to the 51-year-olds out there. Yep. Sheldon confirming. Tobey Maguire, 51 on June 27th. Nice. Tree Fitty, man. I like that. Tree Fitty. Somebody sent a Tree Fitty super chat just for that. I like that. Tree Man is Spanish for three man. Good to know. Good to know. Love it. Skip Edwards says, I try to limit my fan fiction reading to Sam and Dean's Winchester.
Oh.
Namely Winchester.
Supernatural.
Oh, okay. I never watched that show. That's why I was like, I'm kind of lost here on the character names. Finally, the heat wave is here. Has it been cold in Canada? Maybe. It's been brutally humid here in Michigan over the last week, although we're going into a nice cool week. 70s and high 60s, I think, all week long, which is going to be fantastic. What is this? Says Alistair. What the fuck is this? Says Alistair Crowley. Spider-Man? Brand new day, huh? Yes. These are brand new day leaks, and I don't think they're true, but they're interesting, and I wanted to cover it.
Jesus Christ.
What?
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, I read a lot of words, all right? I'm not just a pretty face. I do read. Let me go to that video you sent. Where'd you send that video through?
That.
Right, yeah, some might debate that. Where'd you send me that video at?
Text message.
Oh, you texted it to me? All right. Well, hold on a second then. I'm going to have to pull that up. I have to pull that up on YouTube then.
Shout out to the New York Knicks for winning the World Championship after, 53 years? Fuck yeah.
There's that. There is that. Shout out to the Knicks. What did they go, 3-1 in that series? Because they lost once, right?
Yeah, they got in 5. So
okay.
4-1.
All right. Let me get this shared. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Any updates on the USC out there, anybody? Let me know what's going on. I was watching that right before we went live. Very exciting to see that on the White House lawn. Very cool. I think they should do that more often. I was thinking if you did like a hockey game, all-star hockey game or something outside like that would be pretty cool.
Midget wrestling.
Midget wrestling would be awesome. Why didn't I think about that? All right, let me bring this up. I had to share it. All right. Mute. Pause it. Oh, this is kind of like a... So this is the vertical one. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, YouTube's been interesting with these vertical streams. It's bringing in more viewers. So, I mean, some people don't like it. It splits the chat up into 2 different places, but it brings in more views. So, ultimately more people are seeing the show, so that works. All right, so this guy Sean follows. I follow him too. This is what Comic Book Cast. I listen to some of his videos as well. I know who he is, but he's got a take here on Spider-Man. Let's see what he has to say.
3 versions of the Incredible Hulk will be featured in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We now know this as a fact because we've seen products that reveal 2 and the leaks that reveal a 3rd. So first and foremost, we of course are getting Mark exactly where he's been since Avengers Endgame. Second up, we are getting the Hulk. He will fully transform into the Hulk as we know him when he's angry, and he's going to be green. Then we are getting a stronger version of the Hulk, Grey Hulk, who also grows in size as he gets angrier. This version is said to be, I guess, the Savage Hulk to some degree, or that's what he's described as.
3 versions of the Hulk. We don't need the Smart Hulk anymore because they just do a horrible job of depicting that character.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We don't need it. Going back to the Rage Hulk, the Green Hulk from like Avengers, I think would be kind of cool to see. Now, if they go with the Gray Hulk, I'm all for it. Like do it up. I think that'd be great. But so, I mean, what are you really going to do here? He's going to go from regular Hulk now to Savage Hulk and to more Savage Hulk?
Yeah.
I guess that works. But my question would be like, how has he become? If we're looking at that other leak where they're talking about it's Jean Grey that causes Bruce Banner to destroy his amulet bracelet or whatever, then he reverts to the Hulk again. What's the science that pushes him to the Gray Hulk? How'd that happen in the comics? Sean, you know more about that shit than me.
But in the comics, I don't know about that, but I think this guy says that Jean has something to do with him turning gray. So maybe she unlocks something in him that makes him go more savage.
Okay. All right, let's see what else he has to say.
But this is effectively going to be the strongest we've ever seen the Hulk, and all 3 of these versions will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh,
3 versions.
No, I guess not.
I guess he doesn't have anything else to say. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, well, interesting there. I'm down for it if that's the case. If we want to get into the Gray Hulk territory there, I think it would be great. We've seen a certain version of Hulk for a little while now. Let's do it up. Give us a new version. I'd be down for it. But I just don't know how they were going to do that. The thing about this movie that I think is really intriguing with all the leaks, possible leaks out there, possible plot leaks, is that there's so much seems like it's going on in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which hopefully they pull that off well, because there could be too much going on to where some things fall flat. But so far, this seems like it could be a pretty damn good movie. I think I'm going to put this out. I do believe that this will probably be the first movie since Deadpool Wolverine, I think, that's going to be $1 billion.
Interesting.
I don't see this failing. I don't see this failing like Fantastic Four or Superman. I think Spider-Man is in a different level when it comes to excitement and people want to go out and watch these movies, and they seem to be producing good content. I mean, the first movie was okay. The second movie, Mysterio, was fun for what it was. Not my favorite, but the last movie they knocked it out of the park, and I think they've at least given a little bit of goodwill to the audience for people to show up to this movie, especially with some of these leaks. And again, this is why I think Sony themselves are putting these leaks out there to drive excitement. Like, oh, the Gray Hulk, the Jackal's in it, possibly all these characters, possibly Daredevil, So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be good. Michael Pritchard says Gray Hulk I thought was Mr. Fix-It, which was smaller but smarter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't really read the books in general, but I didn't follow a lot of the Gray Hulk era. I know about the Gray Hulk, but I didn't follow it.
Bits and pieces, and the cinematic universe, it's not cohesive with the comics. Civil War had 12 people. But within the comic book, it was all a Marvel.
Did you hear that?
I heard that. I own his fat ass.
Probably. Michael Pritchard said, UFC update, someone just got punched. End of update.
Oh!
That's a good one. Do I have any... I need to have laughter drops, because that was good. That was good. How about this one?
I guarantee that guy's still a virgin.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Because of the iPad.
Oh, that's right. Well, it was a good
Yep.
drop. It was funny.
Okay, cool.
KO just says exactly 100%. Mr. Fix-It can only come out at night. Is that true? He was a night character? 'Cause I don't know anything about the Grey Hulk at all.
Possibly. Yeah, you see, that kind of tracks.
Interesting. Grey Hulk should have been just an old Bruce Banner. He wouldn't like me when I'm constipated.
Same here.
Good stuff. Yes, the Big Show. That was a line from Waterboy. And the Big Show was doing his Captain Insano routine. It was, it sounds like Jesse Ventura. No, it was the Big Show, Paul White from 98? When did Waterboy come out? Was that 98?
Yes.
Somewhere around there, yeah. It was good times. All right, let me share this. One more thing on the Spider-Man thing, and we got some other things to talk about. IMDb official page. Damn it. Thank you. Put this out here just very quick about the leaks. It says, has Spider-Man Brand New Day leaked online in full? Social media rumors explained. So over the past week, there have been a lot of Spider-Man Brand New Day leaks, posters, trailers, and B-roll footage from the cast addressing fans across the globe having surfaced on social media. As of now, we don't know where the leaks are originating. They can be a part of Sony's marketing campaign, which we've talked about, with the studio hoping to recapture some of the excitement that those pre-AI shots of 3 Spider-Man generated back in 2021, which we were talking about with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland all in one shot. And everybody denied it. The studio denied it. The actors denied it. It says, despite spoiling Spider-Man No Way Home, biggest surprise is they increased excitement to the point where the movie grossed just shy of $2 billion. That's why I don't think that it's too far of a stretch to say that Brand New Day couldn't get $1 billion. I really think that would work. So the alternative is that someone worked for a trailer or VFX company has shared leaked material. That's usually what people like to say, like, oh, somebody that is in the company, they shared it, they stole it, they put it out there. But that's not necessarily the case. It could be a marketing ploy. So we'll just go with that. I think that's what it is. I think it's a smart marketing ploy. I think whoever's doing it should be given a raise because you're drawing excitement. Spoilers might get out there, yes. But in general, when I'm thinking of the things that get spoiled for me when it comes to like a lot of these leaks, a lot of this stuff, sometimes I'm like, yeah, that actually makes me want to see the movie even more to see if it's legit. So I'm good there. Alistair Crawley says, don't make me woke. You won't like me when I'm woke. Then again, this is Ruffalo. That's true. That's a good point. They need to bring back what's his name? Who was the Incredible Hulk dude? Edward Norton. Thank you for helping me, guys. Nobody helped me. I helped myself. They need to bring back Edward Norton. I'd like to see him come back as Bruce Banner. Or
he played a great Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I liked that. That movie was great. The animation was great, or CGI, whatever you want to call it. The Hulk looked badass. He played a really good Bruce Banner, good actor. And then you got soy Mark Ruffalo after that, which for the first couple movies was fine. But the dude is really soyed out over the last 10 years. Has been very disappointing.
There's rumors that the Ed Norton, all 3 of them are going to be in Secret War.
Oh,
maybe.
I like it.
Yeah.
I say let's do it. I have what would you call this? I used to have a segment called Everyone Loves Boobs. I think I got up to like boobs. 5 segments on that. I haven't done that in a while. However, I follow Elizabeth Hurley on Instagram, and I saw this picture posted. Now, Elizabeth Hurley is in her 60s, gentlemen. In her 60s. She looks like she's in her friggin' 30s. Good for her. You want to talk about OnlyFans? Well, she doesn't need the money for that, but Eric Bana, yeah. Well, he was, So he was that was just the Hulk,
yeah,
right? And then Incredible Hulk was Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Obviously, original Lou Ferrigno for sure. The boobs
you
bar.
Don't make me angry. Do you like me when I'm angry? I'm doing it.
In all respect. In all
All
respect.
This
This is my nightmare. The boob bar dropped was the best. How many bloodbaths does she take? Hopefully a lot. I mean, if she stays looking like this with very little work, I'm sure she's had some maybe little work done to her face, but not much. Her body still looks great. You can tell she takes care of her body, greatly works out, eats well. At 62, I believe, years old, she looks younger and healthier than us, which we're in our mid-40s. That sounds weird to say, right? Mid-40s?
Right? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Weren't we just 27?
We were just 27, which is crazy.
Fuck.
Although I wrote a song called 27 Years in Hell, so maybe my 27th year was not the greatest, but
Weren't
still.
we just 26?
Yeah, weren't we just 26? That was a little bit better. 26. Been there, done that. What, with Elizabeth Hurley?
Good for you.
Yeah, you banged her? Wow. You're my new hero.
guy.
You're my new you're our guy. Norton wanted to make more of a Dark Knight thing with the Hulk. Marvel interfered too much and was like, I'm out. Or he was like, I'm out. Huge comics fan, too, by the way. All right, shout out Mr. Crowley. I just want to keep on doing that.
His actually his 12th great grandmother is Pocahontas.
Edward Norton?
Yeah,
Are you being serious?
I swear to God. Well, according to the internet, it
No.
means.
I mean, that's always right then.
Yeah.
That's always correct. Fausti Fury says, dude, she's smoking hot. I know. It's,
Right.
listen, Elizabeth Hurley is one of those women that came out in the 90s, right, when I was just a wee teenager. Fell in love right away. Beautiful woman in her, when she was younger, and just has continued to age like fine wine, right? Just keeps getting better and better as she goes. And I bring it up because a lot of women her age are doing a lot of the plastic surgery, looking like Muppets, fake plastic people. And Elizabeth Hurley, if you follow her on Instagram, is always posting photos like this. She's out living her best life, doing her thing at 62 years old, still looking smoking. It's crazy.
And to quote Lou Ferrigno, I will definitely smash that.
Might have to make that a new segment whenever you come on. We'll just do the Lou Ferrigno commentary on everything. Rachel says, Michigan ages you guys fast. Just look at Malin. Ah, yeah. Well, Malin is older than us, though.
Yeah,
So
he's like
there's that.
62.
Yeah, he's 60. By the way, he's going to be turning 62 on the 23rd. So everybody make sure you send out super chats and birthday tweets and all that kind of stuff.
Well, not for nothing. I got Jersey blood in me, so like that green water is probably what made me lose my hair, but like look like I'm still in my 30s.
That is true. That is true. And I've got an eighth black and a quarter Puerto Rican in my ancestry. So that just, I don't know what that does, but it does something, I'm sure.
Oh, you want to hear a fun fact?
Sure.
So my grandmother's cousin was the 51st president of Mexico.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So you're
I'm fucking royalty. bitches.
royalty.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I like it.
You want me to read this in Lou Ferrigno?
Yes, do it. Here we go. All right, start again.
Never believe anything you can read on the internet. Mark Twain.
And Proby's in the house says, don't see have a 24-hour makeup, or doesn't she have a 24-hour makeup crew on call? Probably.
Probably.
But even if she didn't, I mean, makeup is one thing, right? I mean, like, whether someone else is putting the makeup on you or you're doing the makeup yourself, it's the same thing, really, when you think about it. So,
But the body's bang.
but the body, that's what we're talking about. If you go back and look at pictures of her when she was younger, I don't think she's had any enhancement as far as boob job. Maybe a lift, I mean, just not major. I don't know any information on that.
Why
Possibly.
are we shaming broads getting lifts and tucks and this and that? Like, if they want to do that to their body, look, their body, their choice. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah. In this capacity,
Right?
yeah, let them have it. Rachel Brinkley says, isn't he likely only a couple years older than you guys? Nah, he's 62.
Nah, he's like 20 years older than us.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, he's old as shit.
Yeah. Jolly an eighth cracks. That's true. That's true. Which helps out. I mean, it does. I don't know what to tell you guys. Anytime some insanity happens, we need to hear Lou Ferrigno's thoughts on it. This is a new segment. Yeah, we're making it now. That's just what it is. Lou Ferrigno commentary on certain thing. American royalty. There you go, Sean. I don't know how it's American royalty, but it'd be Mexican royalty. But still, yeah. I'd be more suspicious of filter than makeup. I don't think so, though. If you actually go and look at a lot of her photos, which I do, like I follow her on Instagram, and I've had a crush on her since I was 13, probably. When was Austin Powers? When did that come out?
Like 96 or 7.
Okay, if it came out in 96, I was 14. So 13, 14. I've had a crush on Elizabeth Hurley, and still do. And you look at her pictures, fantastic. I don't think it's a filter. There's videos of her, same thing. She does a lot of bikini videos out at the pool and stuff. Good times. Scribe Comics says, fellas, what is up?
Not much, just hanging out with the crew, this is me, Lou Ferrigno. Saying hi. We keep the pump up and get strong. Oh.
What's new with Lou?
I like it.
I like this. I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of graphics here.
I need a fanny pack. Yeah. I don't know if he rocks one, but he seems like a guy that rocks a fanny pack.
What's new with Lou? I like that. Yeah, great marketing there, Mo Biggs. I'm gonna have to work on that. Great ideas from the chat as always, guys. Helping grow the show. Love it. Did you see this, Sean? You're not an X very often, but did you see this? They're having the Absolute Batwoman.
Oh, that's a chick. That's
Absolute Batgirl. Sorry, Absolute Batgirl.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So you know me. I don't mind Absolute Batman. I haven't read it since issue 1, even though I buy the books. I just haven't had time to sit down and read it.
Yeah.
But it's popular. People like the Absolute Universe. Yeah, too many words.
Too many words, man.
Somebody edit Snyder down and be like, we don't need that many words. That's all you really gotta do. Be like, Scott, just pull back a little bit on the words. The designs of the characters have been controversial since the beginning. I kind of like the idea of a kind of giant Batman. Just takes it out of, it's something new. And that's what I've said.
Big dumb body and tiny head.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Big bodybuilding. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger Batman, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of what you would think it would be. And the Joker's weird, with the demon stuff, which I haven't really looked into. You got the pinheaded Bane that they've got that people had a problem with. So I'm sure people are going to have a problem with this. Now, look, I look at this design, and just art-wise, I'm like, it's kind of cool. But the fact that it's Batgirl, I'm like, where are the boobs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the feminine shape here of the character? You don't need to cover up a female body to make her look cool. She could be sitting there with a curvy look, curvy drawn, got some boobs. She's holding the shotgun, same position, without the trench coat, and just give her a cape with those weird things that they're hanging off it or whatever. And I think it would be just as good. And then you could tell, yes, this is a female character. Let's go. This, you look at it and you couldn't tell. It's androgynous, and that's the problem that I don't like about it.
Mm. Yeah, it looks cool. I just want tits if it's a chick.
Yeah, give us more tits. I mean, that's all we're asking. It doesn't have to be crazy, giant boobs, which is fun. But just make it a female. Make it a female. Rachel is trying to get us in trouble, man.
What? With who?
Read the comment.
I hope this X clip to hear Malin's take now.
Yeah, she said, I hope this gets clipped to hear Malin's take now. See? Trying to get us in trouble with Malin. I would disavow. Disavow. Yeah, what's new with Lou? I like that. Male gaze on life support. Oh. Yeah. Well, not in Reaper Destroyer. Male gaze is alive and well. And not gaze. Gaze.
Oh.
Not gaze.
Well, it is June.
Gaze. She's going to trip on those long pieces of clothing. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Now, I know with the Absolute Batman costume, he uses those as stilts sometimes on his wings or whatever, it's an interesting concept. So I'm interested to see what the trench coat is all about with this. Elizabeth Hurley has held it together better than Kate Oh, God, that
was a shame.
That's a shame.
I still never mind.
Oh, what? Tell us.
I still flap it out to
old school.
Yeah.
Not current.
Yeah, of course.
Current?
Her tits?
Kate Beckinsale, currently, she's like 2 pounds.
Whatever, I'll fucking load her up with a couple ounces.
Okay, all right. Well, she was a beautiful woman, and then she was one of those women that got crazy skinny and did all the work on her face for no reason. And now she's just, I don't know what you would call it, but she's
got 2 other holes. Never mind.
Well, that's true. Bag over her head, cut 1 hole for her mouth. You know what I'm saying? We can work it out. Matthew says if comics can't look cool and fun, what then?
Right.
That's true.
We need stupid cool shit. Like stupid cool dumb shit. That's what comics should be about. Stupid cool dumb shit.
That's right.
What do you think Lou would say to this?
What would Lou say to it?
Comic book need to be about stupid dumb cool kid.
Thank you, Lou. You'd think in the absolute line she'd have giant boobs and a tiny head. See, now that would make a lot more sense art-wise. Right. You know, like we got a trend here. We're going. I don't know what that's about.
Fuck.
Then what? Yeah. Well, then what's the point? I got you in that. I don't even know who we're talking about here. Battlefield. Everyone hating on her transformation from male to female. Please be respectful and stop spreading hate. She can be who she wants to be. Who? Bat is what? Is Bat girl trans? I don't know what that's about. Here or here. That's a good point. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Holy shit! Did Duke make to the absolute universe? Remember that guy, Duke. Duke. Who's Duke?
G.I. Joe?
Oh, you're saying this looks like Duke? Interesting. Maybe the character was wrongfully diagnosed with breast cancer and the surgeon who was all about the money chopped off her boobs. So she's going after the corrupt medical system. Now, that would be a plot.
I like it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Duke from... Okay. Possibly. I'd have to... What does the character look like? I'm not sure. Yeah, Ozempic is probably what a lot of them are on. The Signal Duke Thomas. I'm not a big G.I. Joe fan, so I don't know. I mean, I like G.I. Joe, but I can't really tell you a lot of lore or anything when it comes to G.I. Joe. Got some disappointing news.
Oh, man.
Masters of the Universe dropped 71% domestically on its second weekend. With a budget of nearly $200 million, it is now tracking to become one of the biggest box office bombs of all time. This is crazy because it's an excellent movie. It's a really good movie. And it's weird for me to be on the opposite end of movies where I think something's really good and it doesn't do well at the box office.
Well, according to Amazon, it didn't flop.
Yeah. I think they were joking. Okay, I didn't catch the joke. That makes sense.
I couldn't hear it.
Yes, that's Batgirl in the Ultimates universe. Yeah. So here's the thing with Amazon. They have a different standards, I guess, of what they're doing with the movie, which is fine because they've already mapped out sequels to this movie. So anybody that's worried that we're not going to get a sequel to Masters of the Universe and or is trying to dunk on this movie, saying that we're not going to get a sequel, you're getting a sequel. They're going to go back to the well again. We talked about this before. Mortal Kombat was an absolute disaster in 2020. They came back 6 years later with a more fun sequel that people seem to like. This movie was actually good. Good action, good comedy, good heart. Did it hit all of the buttons people were looking for? No. Was it a little bit too campy for some people? Absolutely. But all in all, I think most of the people who have seen it have legitimately liked the movie. And would like to see... would like to see the movie continue going forward. See, we got She-Ra coming as well in the next movie. So we're going to get a sequel. I just wish that this box office would pick up a little bit. Now, here, I have a theory. Last week when it came out, this opening weekend when it came out, it came up against Scary Movie 6. And it was also going up against Obsession and Backdoors. Now, these are 3 popular movies. 2 that were already in the theaters, bringing a lot of people at word of mouth to the theater. And Scary Movie 6, it had a lot of interest because here we go. Here's another movie that hasn't been made for years. It's back. People are probably thinking like, hey, if you're going to go watch the movie in the theater and spend how many ever $20, $30, $40 to go, you got to pick and choose what you want to see, and knowing that you're going to be able to stream this movie probably in a few months. Hell, Mortal Kombat 2 is already on streaming.
Yeah.
It's for rent and buying, but it's already on streaming. So Masters of the Universe is probably going to be on streaming by the end of the summer, probably end of July, I'd imagine. We're probably going to be able to rent it. So I think it went up against that. Second weekend, it goes up against Disclosure Day. And I think that movie did about like 120 million. I got to look it up. I think I saw somebody post that on X. So I think it's just bad timing. Sometimes movies come out and they face a lot of competition. It's bad timing. I would hope, and I hope this is the case, that after this weekend you start seeing the numbers tick up on this movie. Now that those weeks are done, it doesn't have a lot of competition coming up, I think, until Spider-Man comes out. So they have a chance now to kind of uptick the box office. We'll see if it happens. But I think we're definitely getting sequels. So regardless of the box office in this, I think it was successful enough. There's a lot of good word of mouth going on, a lot of good people talking about the movie in general. I think it's going to be just fine. It's just, it sucks to see the box office failure. And Proby says, I haven't seen it yet. Go check it out, man. It depends on what you're looking for. I mean, I said I wanted to go to the theater and watch it for what it was. I didn't put a lot of expectations on it. I took my daughter to see it. It's a good family movie, right? You can enjoy it if you're young. You can enjoy it if you're older. You can enjoy it if you were a fan of He-Man or just a newcomer as well. Like, I think they did a good job of balancing that for everybody involved. And now when you do that, you have some people kind of complaining that it didn't hit this button or whatever. But all in all, I'd say this has got probably good 90% approval rate for the people that have seen it, from what I've seen. Wolf Fuse says, yo to you. Hope
Yo,
well.
what do you do?
Totally missed out on Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but Sean saw it. What did you think
Yeah,
of Mortal
I thought it
Kombat
was
2? That's it? That's a big breakdown. Masters of the Universe is out in the theater. Yeah. But it's going to be on Prime probably in the next couple months, because these movies get to the streaming services now extremely quickly, even if they are very popular, because there's a lot of money to be made in streaming. I think that's what people don't understand. It's not like you just, whatever's made in the theaters, that's it. They go on streaming, and they have a lot of money made on streaming as well. You got to take in the entire box office for all that when a studio's looking like, how much money is this bringing in? How much merch are we selling with this movie as well? And I think He-Man is going to be... how the toys doing? I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but if the toys do well, if the merchandise does well, I mean, they're going to be pimping this stuff out all over the place, which will, I think, drive a lot of excitement for a Masters of the Universe 2, probably in like a couple years, maybe 2 years, we get another one. DC would hate my take on Batwoman being like Punisher, gang slayer. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Backdoor Obsession. I did kind of say that. Yeah. Put those two movies together. I like that. It sounds like a porn. Backdoor Obsession. Drew G says, I still haven't seen it. I want to, though. Yeah, try to avoid spoilers. I know they're out there. But even with spoilers, it's a really good movie.
It's fun.
It's fun. I really enjoyed it. And I think the more I thought about it after I watched it, I'm not going to go see it in the theater again because it's just too much money to spend. But I'm very excited for when it gets to streaming. I might actually buy it, which I don't usually do because it's like, what, $30 to buy a movie? But I might actually buy this movie when it gets to streaming. Drew G says, my theater closed, so it's an hour drive if I want to see a movie. Damn. And that's hard within a 6 month. Yeah. That would be with a little kid at home for sure. Alistair Crowley says, Joe, with these classic directors like Spielberg and Coppola, you think they have outdated substantially to the times, outdated, unlike these younger hip directors? Yeah, possibly. It's interesting because I think a good director can direct in any age, because filmmaking is an art, and as long as you know how to frame things, pace things, I think you'll be fine. I don't know if it's necessarily old directors kind of just getting caught with the old times. I mean, Spielberg, I haven't seen Disclosure Day, but people are saying, well, there's mixed. I've heard people say the movie is horrible. I've heard other people say it's the best movie he's done.
Things.
Yeah, so it's mixed out there like it usually is. But if you know how to do a movie, if you know how to shoot it, direct it, I think you're fine any age you do it in. I think the biggest issue you have is maybe relating to your actors The older you get, you're working with younger and younger actors. Maybe you can't relate to them as much, but who knows?
I find that hard with Spielberg because he seems to have the sensibility of a child, or the mind of a child, or I just see wonderment whenever he directs. Like there's something about him that's always special that really makes for an engaging movie, like from his shots to his storytelling. So it's going to be tough if this one is lackluster, but I got faith. Like I'm going to wait till it's streaming at home because
I'm going to wait till it's streaming
I got a
before I watch
bladder
that.
of a 6-month-old. It sucks getting up every 10 minutes to take a piss.
I can actually hold it pretty decently myself in the theaters. Like I've gotten pretty good at that. I have to do say so myself. All right, real quick, I had to look
One
it
sec.
up. Go for
What
it.
did Lou Ferrigno think about MK? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was like a Street Fighter, but better. Katana. A++.
A++. There we go, everybody. Thank you, Lou. What did Mo call this? Something with Lou.
What's new with Lou?
What's new with Lou? What's new with Lou? Says Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day dominated the box office in its opening weekend, grossing $92.9 million worldwide. The sci-fi thriller pulled in $44 million across North America and an additional $48.9 million internationally, securing the number one spot on the worldwide box office. Interesting. So, pretty good. That's the kind of opening that everybody wanted Masters of the Universe to have.
Yeah.
So he's doing good. So Spielberg still got it. I'll wait till I actually see it to give a breakdown of what I think of the movie. But I've heard mixed things, and some good, some bad. Question: Opening Adam's voiceover. Did anyone see the dragon flying, and was it Warlock, Black Star's dragon? Good question, Sean. You're bigger He-Man knowledge than I am. There was a dragon. Was it Warlock? I have no idea.
Well, Black Star is a different property.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, which people kind of say it's kind of like on the model for like He-Man and like Thundar. Like it predates it. So that'd be cool. No, I didn't even put that together, but I'll have to wait.
Yeah, something to go back and look at to see what's going on. Mo Biggs says, I don't think it's so much sensibilities we're talking about the directors as it is they're just washed up and no longer hungry. That's a good point.
There's that
they'd
too.
rather play it safe and keep all their Hollywood buddies than risk rocking the boat. I think that's actually probably a really good point here. Guys, I got to bring this up. There's 12 minutes left to back Reaper Destroyer.
Oh God!
Yeah, I completely forgot about this.
God.
Here's the thing about Reaper Destroyer issue 2. I'm still waiting to get approved by Indiegogo. Hopefully that's going to be happening. I've uploaded all the stuff they need, and hopefully this is the time it's going to happen, and then I can move forward and getting that campaign up and going at Indiegogo. This was never meant to be this big campaign on my own website, but it turned out to be the only place I could do it, and I wanted to continue launching on the 15th. So we did it. We put up all the tiers, all the things you would need, everything you could think of, because there's no add-ons here. It's just grab what you want and go to checkout. So like that's why some people complain like, oh, there's too many tiers. Like not really. If you think about a normal campaign, you have all the tiers and then you have all the add-ons. If you were to look at everything in general, that's quite a bit. We have a John Malin Reaper Destroyer graphic t-shirt on here based on his cover. And this is a very badass shirt. And if you guys have seen the quality that the company that I work with to get shirts out to you guys, you're going to want to get this. It comes out very well printed, lasts for a good long time. I've got a couple shirts myself. I got nothing to complain about. I think John Epple just got the cover to the Second Chance campaign by Isaac Bell, and that book, the shirt looks fantastic with a really cool Reaper Destroyer logo on the back as well. Check that out. Definitely get that. That's going to be on the campaign and going to go into the merch store as soon as we're done with this campaign. We are featuring the John Malin cover, though, on this campaign, which you can see right there. But if you go to John Malin's tier, you want to get a good look at this cover, double-click it. You get a nice high-res version of this cover, really reaching into the 90s vibe, into the Sam Keith vibe, into the trippiness that is this issue. As I've said before, this is kind of like an acid trip wrapped inside a dark, twisted fantasy of a book. Like, it's going to be some fun things to get into. We're going to touch into some craziness. in the art as well. And John was kind of the first person to kind of get that clue, that vibe when it comes to the cover art and put some stuff on there and just knock it out of the park. Please go to superiorpresscomics.com and pick up this book. This is the second issue. This is going very well, but we'd definitely like to get the numbers up. I think we're just under $5,500 raised in the 30 days that this has been up. We want to get the Indiegogo going. Looking at doing the Back Me Bro once that's up and running. I was just talking to an artist today about doing an exclusive cover for that campaign over on Back Me Bro. You guys don't want to miss it. We do have the Ethan Van Sciver cover was colored by Dan Kemp. I usually work with Dave Kemp, his brother, but Dan Kemp was the one that knocked out this cover and did a fantastic job. If you guys have not been getting the Ethan or John covers to this book, you guys are missing out because the quality of art on this campaign, I thought I had a murderer's row of cover artists on the first campaign with Dale Keown and Shelby Robertson. This, we have John Malin, we have Ethan Van Sciver, we have Oliver Isabedra, we have myself, and then also Brett motherfucking Booth doing a cover for this campaign, as well as maybe another one for the Back Me Bro. So you don't want to miss all these different variant covers. This is just beautiful cover art. Shout out to Ethan for just knocking this out of the park, putting this all into it, making Vanessa look sexy as hell, evil as hell. It's a fun character. You guys don't want to miss out on her as well. So what else we got to advertise here? The Brett cover. If you guys are a fan of Brett Booth, Image Comics, Wildstorm, Spawn, I guess his Rundown Spawn, I keep forgetting his Rundown Spawn is over. But we got Brett Booth's cover as well, doing kind of a Dark Knight Rises homage, I guess you could say, with this this jumping here. But just so well done. Just beautifully drawn, beautifully inked by Marlo Quiza. This came out so good. I can't wait to get all these books in print next year and just look at all these badass covers to have to give out to everybody. Just fantastic stuff. One of my favorite covers on the campaign was from Oliver Isabedra, Man with No Strings, currently working on that book. He also did a story for me in the supplemental, and I have him working on a book coming out later this year called Chaos, written by Kayla, who is our co-host on The Grift. Did this cover for me. One of my favorites. Really kind of captured all the characters together, the duality between the Reaper Destroyer and Apophis, all in one picture. Vanessa, Victor, just really put it together and absolutely colored beautifully by Dave Kemp on this cover. And then if you guys want to, you can back my cover as well because it is badass, if I do say so myself, which I do. You have this cover here, although I have a different version of this. I'll have to show you guys a little bit later. I decided to add the lightning. So what am I talking about with the lightning? Well, I'll tell you here in a second. There is a Virgin variant that is exclusive, and it still will be exclusive even when IGG is up. I'm going to bring up a different video. When IGG is up, this will still be an exclusive to this campaign on the website. It is... Oh, here we go. There we go. Bring this up. Speak of the devil. I got it right there on my desktop for everybody. Look at that. I'm a genius. I'm several geniuses, you know.
So smart.
I'm smart. Lou Ferrigno. Yeah. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. This is my cover to the campaign. I decided, you know what, let's go with the lightning on the cover. It just looks too badass not to have on there. This one, though, has all the dressing on it. It'll have the logo, and I might actually use the black logo in here. I got to see once the mock-up is completely done what looks better. But then there's going to be a Virgin cover that's just her with the lightning strike, and I think it looks great. So the lightning strike version is just the exclusive on the campaign. If you back my actual cover, which is this cover, you're going to get this image from the campaign itself. So please go there. We got 9 minutes left. I will probably up that again for another 30 days. But I wanted to bring some light to it because I completely forgot. Because we were supposed to have the Indiegogo up and running by now. That I was like, you know, yeah, we're going to be on to the Indiegogo campaign. And I guess that's just not in the cards right now. So hopefully Indiegogo figures that shit out. All right, where is... Oh, shit, yeah. So if you guys have been paying attention across America, there's been a lot of crazy storms. Crazy storms. We just got hit with some stuff the other day. And I saw this, and I was just...
They're absolutely insane.
No, I don't want to talk. Don't talk. I saw somebody share this the other day, and if you guys know anything about me, I love the sky. Love the stars, love the moons, love clouds. It's just interesting for me to look up into the sky and just see the wonderment that is this world, you know, that God created. I'm a Christian. This is what I believe. And when I see these things posted like this, I'm like, man, the beauty in this front, in the storm front coming through is amazing. And I saw some amazing shit out in the sky during the storm that came through just the other day, the tornado warning and watch and stuff that we dealt with. Watching that come in was just something else. Something else. Yeah, 12 minutes. Drew G says he's back. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You were awesome. There's the link right there. Going on demand on your own website. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do the usual IGG trope here. We're gonna up it for another 30 days, and then it'll just go in demand on the website as a store for pre-order. I basically have the counter in there just to kind of drive the excitement like you would do, trying to emulate a crowdfunding site as best as I can. But you got time to buy it. And I don't want to beat around the bush. I do enough beating of my own bush, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to let you guys know. You'll be able to back it still. It's not going away. You know, just drive sales the last 30 days. It is what it is. If you ever go the action figure route, give Valverse, yeah. Valverse first dibs. It'd be an amazing figure. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they do good quality. But I think the guys that Mark uses is a little bit better.
Okay. I don't know
just
if that's
just from what I see personally.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in the cards for me just yet. Maybe somewhere down the line. But it would be cool. Wow, EVS knocked it out of the park, man. If you guys haven't backed the EVS cover, you got to do it. You got to do it. Indiegogo or Indie No-Go? Well, right now it's Indie No-Go, as a fact. I'm lucky to see, on occasion, eagles flying. There you go. We have a bald eagle.
Me and
two of them. Yeah, two of them that right down here on the Kalamazoo River that runs through where we live. And every once in a while you see them.
To the parade.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
I love the fact that they're here. So you gotta watch out for the cat though. Let the cat out.
Oh, nobody's taking my cat.
Yeah. Thanks for sending another month, Joe. I totally want to avoid Indiegogo now. Yeah, guys, it's the trope. It's the I'll completely admit it. It's the crowdfunding trope. You try to get the excitement for the end of 30 days, launch it again. You know, we're going into a new 30. We'll do the same thing. We'll get some excitement at the close of 60, and then we'll go into demand. You know, so we're gonna do that with this site. Hopefully, Indiegogo gets up and running. Hopefully, we get a Back Me Bro going at some point as well. So we'll see. But I appreciate everybody that's come out and backed on my website and shown support there. It's awesome. While I wouldn't want to see the sky like this in person, I can see the beauty in it. Yeah, it's there was a video that people posted. I watched this one guy as a storm chaser. Well, not a storm chaser. But he's kind of like a YouTube weather guy, which there's a couple of them out there. They do very well. They cover all the storms, all the counties, all the states. A very good up-to-date information. They read the radars very well. And he was bringing in a lot of videos from the storm from just down in Illinois. There was this one shot. I wish I could find it so you guys can see what I'm saying. But it was a rainbow after the storm had passed Illinois. It was a rainbow, but there was like lightning strikes with the rainbow. And it was just absolutely beautiful.
Go away, June.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. It was absolutely beautiful. If anybody can find that video, drop the link or let me know and I'll mod you up. Drop the link in the chat and we'll check it out because it is pretty badass. And I would like you guys to see that. All right, let me jump back into here.
Hey, if Joe gets a $50 super chat, he'll do an unboxing of one of his Spawn figures.
Oh shit, yeah, I do have those. All of the medieval Spawn figures I bought a couple years ago are still in their box, sitting there in the closet. I spent $250 on all three figures that we could get or that were available, and for some reason I haven't opened them. I'm not quite sure exactly why.
Well, not for nothing. I finally just opened up all the shit I bought like over the past 2 or 3 years coming here.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gargoyles figures and the Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've seen Sean's collection, it's actually pretty impressive. It makes me want to go get more action figures. Some Stormfront are big enough to hide motherships, and there you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right, let me see if I can find some of the alien stuff, because there's so many alien things going on now. Okay, let me bring... Stop it. Stop that. All right, here, let me share this. Got the audio here. So many things that you keep track of what's real and what's not real, right? And that's the I'm just going to preface this right off the bat, guys. We are living in the age of disinformation. the age of lies, the age of believing everything, which is weird because I came from a generation that you didn't believe anything you saw or read on the internet. That was just a known thing. But now there's so many subjects out there. People are falling for a lot of stuff. They're getting into a lot of things. They're buying things hook, line, and sinker just because somebody they watch on YouTube or podcast said so, and now you believe it 100%. Do yourself a favor. Use discernment. Go out there, do some research, and see what's going on. But I bring this video up, and I'm going to look at a couple things here because the alien craze, we're like an alien mania right now. Like, this is the most attention I think people have had on aliens since probably the 90s. Maybe Ancient Aliens, when that became a thing in the 2000s, brought more attention back on it again. But this is like mania, Sean.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like everyone's just like, oh, we're getting disclosure now from the government. They're dropping all these video. Aliens are real. It's the only time I've ever seen people trust the government in anything when they say that aliens apparently are real. So I keep track of it. I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on. I find this subject fascinating. I have my own ideas on what aliens are. I come from a different, thought process. I feel like most aliens are probably more fallen angels or demons manifesting themselves in actual extraterrestrials from another galaxy or another planet. Especially with these orbs, it makes a lot more sense to me. Well, who knows? I'm open-minded to what things could be. We'll see. I'm actually really excited for Brian Tyree's heart. Yeah, we will talk about that before we close the show. And I'd like to know why you are excited about it. Legitimately why you're excited about that. Matt Rocks in the house says, at least a decade ago, I bought a whole case of McFarlane figures and wish I wouldn't have left them behind in the move. It's a bummer. That's a bummer. That's what my whole channel is about. Aliens? Oh, shit.
Cool.
Or toys. Where am I in the chat? It's either about aliens or toys. Can we play villains? And he's already proven that he can. Oh, as far as Brian Tyree. Okay, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Disclosure Day, this will make you question your Christian faith. I did hear Steven Spielberg say that, which is
well,
interesting.
he's a Jew.
Well, that's a good point. He doesn't believe in Jesus anyway.
Yeah.
Good point. Anyone seen the new Disclosure Day movie? Been hearing a lot of negatives. We just talked about that probably about 20 minutes ago. We haven't seen it yet, but we've heard good and bad things, like most stuff. I've heard people say it's a horrible movie. I've heard other people say it's Spielberg's best movie to date. So I guess go check it out and you'll see for yourself, which is what I'll do. Q is real, says R. Lund. Possibly. Although I haven't seen a lot of Q from Star Trek or the Q.
Or Q from Day 26.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot. If you're talking about the Q conspiracy people out there, I haven't seen a lot of Q things actually come true. So I don't know if that is correct. Faust Furious says it's a psyop. It very well could be. Nordic aliens equals Asgardians. That could be. Oh, toys. You changed this up. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Damn.
All right, toys.
What alien
like
toys?
Ooh, alien toys would be even better. Drew G, I'm going to mod you up. I want you to drop a link to your channel. And if people want to see, check out the action figure biz, go check out Drew G's channel, everybody. We have Anthol Kinsdolius Fowl. I'm going to say Fowl in the house. Good to see you.
How you doing?
According to the Sumerian tablets, here we go, Sean.
Yeah.
There were they were aware of 7 types of humans before us at number 8. There you go. It could be. All right. So this is from a Fox News reporter from Jesse Waters' show. Let's see what he has to say with some of this stuff.
This guy's a prick. He reminds me of the one Muppet that's blue and has the sharp nose and has like the feathers around him. The old guy.
I actually have always liked Jesse Waters.
He's like,
yeah, he's definitely pompous, but a lot of these people are. A lot of these people are. All right, what does he have to say here?
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate
Wait a minute. So if this is true, let's say we actually get introduced to aliens at some point in the near future, and we find out like all this stuff is true. The reptilians is true, insectoids, Nordics, the Greys. Then somebody's got to admit that Star Trek got it right. All aliens are humanoid as far as 2 arms, 2 legs, have a mouth, a butthole probably. Probably speak English too.
Look, I'm putting myself out there for their human civilization to impregnate one of each species. I got this.
There you go. Well, I said it before. I was on, I think, the CG Commandos a couple weeks back, and they were like, "Yo, what would you do if you ever?" Or maybe I was in the chat, but it's like, "What would you do if you ever were face to face with an alien?" And I was like, "I would butt fuck it."
I would
straight up, you know.
I would ask for a blowjob. See how their tongue works.
Oh, that's true. I mean, some of them might have like
look
really
at the
long
reptilian.
tongues.
Like that thing is long.
Oh, they
does
could
like
probably
a tornado
yeah.
around it while still fucking.
That's a good
touching
point.
the tip.
Reptilian, female reptilians could probably give some pretty good head.
Well, look at this insectoids. Like, look at the hand job from that. Like, that would be awesome.
That'd be interesting. You know, as
Yeah.
long as they don't want to eat you afterwards, like a female praying mantis. You know, like
true.
that's the only thing you got to worry about with them. The Nordics, maybe like tall, white face, long blonde haired females of the Nordics might be, because I think Nordics are supposed to be like 6 foot, something like close to 7 feet or something. They're supposed to be tall, but they that might be a way to go.
But the grays, that's just a wild fetish that I have personally. Like,
I would just have. Well, they don't have a mouth. There's a problem. They where's the holes? Where are you gonna put it? They don't have a mouth, which takes me right out of it because if you're not giving head, we ain't hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta be like, all right. Drew G says thank you. Here's the link to his channel. Everybody, if you have a second, please just click on that link. And go check that out and sign up to his channel or subscribe to his channel and check out the toy conversation over there.
Nice.
I think that's awesome. We need more channels like that. 100%. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get that. Where the Nordic women at? Where are they at? Let's go.
Where are them hoes at?
I will not abuse my new power. I won't go to my head, or it won't go to my head. Not a second time. Why did you have one? Did I take it away at a point? I don't know. The idea of an alien contact is amazing, but sex with it feels almost too short-sighted. Well,
This is what fuck.
I would just be like, look, tell me everything you know about the cosmos and different dimensions and stuff afterwards, right? Like that'll be the conversation afterwards. But let's get to business, and we'll show you what humans have to give.
But call me a dirty earthling, like while you're whispering.
Exactly.
While you're letting me go cowboy on you.
The Nordics, I'd be down. That'd be first, right? The reptilians with their ability with their tongue to give head, female reptilians, maybe that'd be kind of cool. Greys, you're done. You're off the list for me because you have no mouth, you can't give head. That's just one thing. Insectoids, I'd have to drink a little bit. Their saliva is acidic. Oh, ouch.
I get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's good. You ever have a chick throw an Altoid in her mouth, or gargle with a mouthwash beforehand? It's a little tingy.
Yeah.
Rock stars will have sex with everything. That's true. Nordics were once called Vikings. Well, I guess, that's a good point. Indeed. No. Okay, good. I'm gonna say I don't remember taking away your wrench. All right, here we go. Anyway, Star Trek got it right. That's my point.
Reptilians are scaly with long tails like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall. We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming, and there are a lot of believers in Congress.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads.
Hey, we were talking about doing a bra and panties match between AOC and Lauren Bobart. Also,
I love this bro. She was on Rogan.
And Paulina Luna.
This chick,
throw her in the mix. I think she was a former model. She's got a nice body as well. Put them in. It would be a three-way bra and panties match on the White House lawn to celebrate 250 years. That's what I'd like to see.
God bless America.
Yeah. God bless America. Let's go.
Me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion.
4 different species of aliens.
Okay, so
another scientist called.
That's that. So you got people saying they've observed this, they've observed that. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I really don't know. Because you get people coming out there saying like, oh, I've seen this, I've seen that. Like, but have you really? I don't know if I can really trust these people all the time. You know, like this, I don't know. Like the alien thing to me is so interesting because there's so much stuff coming out right now. Somebody said like it's a psyop. What do you really believe? Are they just pumping you full of information, full of all these different things? You don't know what to believe anymore. I'm going to bring up something here in a second that clearly is fake, but these are the kind of things that are going around. Let me pause this. These are the kind of things that are going around right now. And with AI, you really got to watch out with this stuff. But people that are really into the alien stuff are going to get into these things. And I see these videos all the time. I know this is AI, guys, so trust me. But this is alleged 1988 Soviet Union alien response tape leaked. And this is the kind of stuff that's hitting the internet now because of the disclosure the government's putting out there. Have you noticed this trend of these sites putting out saying like, claiming it was from the leaks, right? But it's clearly just BS. You got to watch out for this stuff. This is the age, guys. The age of deception. So here we go. This is a leak, supposedly. The upload claimed this came from a Soviet archive room in 1988. No source survived. And the face responses has never been fully explained, which means it's fake. But again, very well done fake. Is this, good special effects? Is this AI? Or is it legit? You make your own determination. Here we go.
Пробай взяти. Фіксати голову.
Oh, well, it's got a mouth, so that's good.
I was going to say it does have a mouth. So there is that. Disturbing things, though. Like, I don't know. Disturbing.
What are they pouring on?
Water, I think. I'm assuming, unless it was hot water, acid, something on there. I don't know. Comets don't get chased. That's a good point. I hear on YouTube video the 3-Eye Atlas is now being chased by a large object. Comets don't get chased. That is a great point, but again, that's another thing. The 3-Eye Atlas thing, I've been loosely paying attention to that. It became very trendy, very exciting, and then people stopped talking about it. So,
yeah.
Will it ever pan out to be anything? I don't know. It's just another thing. We live in this is a weird year. 2026 is a weird year as we're heading to 2030. I think, I don't know. Just be on the lookout. And back the books. Yes.
Yes.
Another thing AI ruined. Well, yeah. There we go. Look up. I will. Sure.
Please.
I didn't spell that right, did I? Did I? Oh, I think I did. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Lauren Bobart, too, in there. All right, which one could I bring up here real quick? Oh, yeah. Those ones are right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, here. Let me bring this down, and because Mo Biggs brought it up, and we were talking about Anna Paulina Luna jumping in on this bra and panties match that Sean and I are going to set up with AOC and Lauren Bobart. Here is, maybe this shot. I'm not going to do a high resolution. We're just going to do this. So, this is your
what's up?
Representative. I don't even know what state she represents, to be honest with you.
Represent me.
Yeah, you represent all of us. Here's Lauren Bobart, though. Look at that.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Hot ladies there. What's this? Christians urge female Republicans to stop posting pics amid. No.
It's their God-given right to show their body.
That's how we won the election. With these women going out there and like, we're going to show ass for America, make America great, That's what I remember. Yeah. This is patriotic right there. Let's go. Yeah, no, she's hot. Republican women, they got some hotties, that's for sure. And there's like one hot Democratic chick, and that's AOC. Just keep her.
No, the Michigan chick. She was pretty hot.
Michigan chick.
There was a Michigan chick.
You're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to find out the name of the Michigan chick. Bring that back up. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Good for her. God bless her. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate you.
You did this the greatest service of all time.
Yeah, that was well done. That was well done. They want to make sure when he goes back, the other aliens won't believe his story. Yeah, probably vodka. Of course, the Soviets would torture any visitors. Well, yeah, that's true. Aliens come to Earth. Sean and I just want to do them. You know, other people want to torture them and like dissect them. Like, no.
We just want fuck.
It's yeah. We just want to get down and dirty. You know.
You can't say that. Aliens have rights.
Not in this world. You don't. You got rights to get on the dick. You know what I'm saying? Okay, never mind. Did they discover what is in the pyramid chamber underneath the ground? As far as I know, they haven't. But that's another thing. Like
some metal that they've never seen on any of our scales. There's some unnamed metal.
We know a lot of this stuff is just like it's hard to it's hard to prove. It's hard to prove. You know,
take one apart. You got two others. You know, like it's.
I don't think they'll really let them dig there, though.
I mean,
that's the problem. Like we can speculate all we want.
Egypt sucks like that. They're like, we built it.
Yeah, they won't let us dig.
We've done that. I don't believe it.
We've done that. All right. So did Kayla finally ditch you guys? No, she's just on the Thursday show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, this is my solo show, but Sean's good to jump on, and I'll have him on any show he wants to stream. So he's been more of a regular here on the Ronin Joe show. Adam everywhere is in the house. Is fun fact: when the space Jews probe you, they send a bill. You know, good for them. Make that money. You know. I think she's busy hunting down that troll from the last stream. Yeah, that was crazy. Florida. Okay. Oh well, there you go. She's from Florida. All right.
Kayla?
Hello, no. Lauren, Paulina.
Oh, she's Cuban? Nice.
No, she's a representative from Florida.
No, yeah, but she's probably of Hispanic descent from Cuba.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever she is, works for me. Jerry B says, "Hello, nurse." That's right. They have my vote. Yeah, just that alone.
Yeah.
In 2024, it's like, okay, they're getting into Congress. Or they are there. Let's go. No, not Gretchen Whitmer. No. No, she's got some big titties, but she's not good looking at all. She reminds me of the bitchy mom that you would have had growing up, that your friends, one of your bitchy friends' moms. That's what she reminds me of. Gretchen Whitmer, our governor, and just not a good governor. Aliens are naturally lubed. Oh wow, even better. Adamantium. Something buried in a flood. Oh, there you go. Joe and Sean, what if the aliens visiting are dudes? Well, I've said before, I mean, like, you know, it's a domination thing, right? You're going to come to my planet. You're going to come to my planet. You know, you're not it's a good question. Pyramids are built on bedrock. Interesting. Probably says Joe and Sean, the Eiffel Tower with a hot alien. Oh, in and hot. Well, yeah, we're going to do the slap hands.
Cool.
Hot alien chicks. All right. I don't know what Luna is, but I know she can get it. That's a fact.
Facts.
That's an absolute fact. Very, very attractive young lady there. And she's actually in one of the people on the UFO board of trying to get a lot of this stuff out. So she's at least on top of what she's saying.
Yeah, check out her interview on Rogan. Is very insightful.
Yeah, I like her. I don't agree with everything she says, but I do.
I mean, I don't agree with most shit women say. As long as they fucking keep their... Never mind. I'm going to be quiet.
We're going to get canceled. We're going to get the HR letters sent to us.
Oh, great.
Keeping the alien trend, since I just grabbed a couple alien videos, and you've probably seen these because I've seen these as well, but they're all coming back into the limelight now that all these videos are being released from the government and stuff. So now people are going back and looking at old stuff, saying like, what if? So this is two beings over 10 foot tall, were filmed back in 1902 or 93 at Medicine Lodge in southern Kansas, USA. So here's a short video they're talking about. Never mind. That is not. It's not English. These are the images that were captured. Now the actual video, I'm gonna have to mute them because I think they show the actual video of them walking. Could be legit. Possibly. All right, let me get back to the video here.
Que estamos a punto de ver. Es algo que yo jamás.
Stop it. I can't understand you, although it is kind of sexy. I'm not going to lie. Is this guy talking English?
Medicine law.
Nope. All right, well, here's the video.
Ah, that's ironic.
What?
These intergalactic aliens are crossing their borders from down south.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Illegal aliens in the flesh.
That's funny.
You know?
Imagine put the wall.
Anonymity says, F that. I like it. On Bedrock, so they found the Flintstones. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. All right. There we go. So this video I saw a while back, and I'm like, these are the kind of things, especially the kind of stuff that they have been around for a long time, whether it's back to the 90s or whatever. You got to look back and at least give some kind of like, all right, I'll put together at least special effects. The shadows are kind of there. If you watch the characters or the creatures walking, the shadows kind of line up, which is what that would be the first thing I look for, is to see if the shadows are actually real when it comes to these kind of things. So if you watch the shadow, so only one really has a shadow, unless that's the first shadow coming through with the angle of the light. So I don't know, who knows? Creepy enough though, Could it be real? Probably not. These things are probably all fake. So take all this stuff with a grain of salt. But I want to point all these things out because we are in alien mania right now. Like, everyone is just grabbing stuff. They believe in everything they see. I saw, this is funny. This made me laugh. I saw the reason why I wanted to cover this, because this was the post I originally saw this week. It was like, so these people always say stuff like, this was posted to Donald Trump's, main or, official X account and then deleted immediately. What could it mean? And then it's like, all right, here you go. Here's a post. Clearly looks either AI or very good Photoshop here. I don't think these guys look like they're in the actual environment here. But people are pointing out this looks like characters from video games or from movies. Somebody said this looks like the Hellboy 2 character that was like the elf prince or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly these are the Nordics meeting with Donald Trump on the White House lawn. Now, mute that. A couple different versions of these that have been out there. This one's a little bit more blurry. I think the one we just looked at was supposedly an AI enhancement. But if these were legit, Sean, do you think that Donald Trump, with visiting with aliens, are just going to walk out on the White House lawn and have a casual conversation?
Yes, because he would be like, "This is my lawn. It's the greatest lawn ever. It's so good. Yeah. This is the trees. We got the best trees ever. So good. Ooh.
These trees are the best trees. Some say the best.
Some say the best. I didn't say it, but some did. But
some
so good. You gotta have your own trees. We can make that happen in the deal."
What's really cool when these Nordics talk to Donald Trump, they're like, you know what, Donald, like, when you're a Nordic, you can just walk up to the Nordic women and grab them by the pussy. And he's just like, I know what you're talking about.
You could do that to Earthling women as well. I did it.
Trump in contract. Oh, yeah, the Matrix. It does kind of look like the Matrix twins from the second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Red coats. Oh, yeah, the British. Good point. They're just English. Yeah. He's just meeting with representatives from the Free Store Britain. That's a good point. But it's interesting when you see this kind of stuff and people just, again, like what I'm saying, we're living in the age of deception. People are so easily, these things get 5.7 views on this post. These people they're so alien crazy right now. They're just everything. They're just sucking it up. Everything that's out there. And I see these posts all the time, and usually I just scroll right by them. I don't think too much of them. And I was like, all right, let's talk about it. Let's get it out of the way, because when real information drops, when something real significant drops, we'll jump into it and we'll talk about it. It'll be exciting. Until then, we are kept with stuff like this.
What Grush has told my mind, and what he said that happened with Trump,
Okay, Sean, if the Nordics look like this, you know what I'm saying?
No questions. Why? Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely fuck that.
Yeah. I mean, they can go back, but this right here, stay a little while.
Jesus.
Let me show you Michigan. You know, I'll show you all the backwoods areas, and I'll
Great
show you how we say hi.
Yeah.
In Earthenese.
And I'll just tell you this, and just again, I don't know that. I want to preface this by saying, this is not what I believe. This is what I've been told. Okay, he said that the Nordic people or the Nordic aliens are like a few hundred years more advanced than we are, but they're not super advanced. They're not like, he said the Greys, whatever is sending the Greys is extremely advanced. Like,
if the Nordics aren't advanced, but they look beautiful like this, and the Greys are advanced and they look emaciated with no mouths, how advanced are they really? You know, they're like, we don't need the carnal pleasures anymore. We just, you know, I don't know. But these people, these are like, we still like dick. What would Lou Ferrigno say about that, Sean?
I would say I will plant my flag with the American people.
And we would be right there with you, Lou. All right, here we go.
Thousands and thousands of years more advanced than us, because it's doing all the anti-gravity stuff, all the crazy, all this crazy stuff that's very highly advanced. And a lot of it is what he says with the Greys is psionic. So they basically don't have physical interfaces. They're using their mind, and that there's an interface that picks up thought, and then that and that's how they operate these vehicles, is out of psionic. But the
sounds like no fun to me, right? Psionic, no fun, no physical action. I mean, look at this AI version of the Nordic chick. I don't care. Like,
yo, but what
let's
if you
go.
get fuck? Whatever. What if you're a Grey and you get in a fight with your wife, and you leave the room? She's still gonna be in your fucking.
Oh
head,
shit, that's a great
you
point.
know?
No matter where you go, she will still be able to bitch at you about stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why they're coming to Earth and abducting Earth women, or maybe guys.
Why
I don't
Earth
know.
women is so easy.
That's true. I've heard that somewhere. That's
Nordic
true.
people somewhat resemble humans, and they have been experimenting with crossbreeding with humans.
There we
And
go.
he says,
Where do you sign up for that
I'm
that
there.
program? Where do you volunteer for that program?
Yeah.
You know? Like, let's just see. Some say the Greys are like drones. I've heard that too. That would make a lot of sense to me, that maybe they are more drones or bodies that can be inhabited or something. Old Joe would have showed the female Nordic the Michigan position. If the Greys are so advanced, why do they choose to study everything with butthole probes? Because that's a good point. Maybe it's because they don't have buttholes, so they're interested in this thing called a butthole. I don't know. That's a good question. They just banned cousins marriage in Sweden. Oh, that's a shame. Probably anal retentive. Stargate SG-1 addressed that Greys did become so advanced that they opted for cloning after transfer canonically.
Yeah, I'm on the 7th episode.
It sounds like Genesis 6. That's a good point. Butt stuff is huge in the outer space. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're just like, look, we've advanced so far that butt stuff is where it's at. And they're like, rainbow flag, you know what I'm saying?
some of them, that there are aliens that are crossbreeds living in the world.
Trans.
And I asked him, I
There
go,
you go.
okay, do they know that they're a crossbreed? Or do they, like, how would you know that they are a crossbreed?
Because they're 7 feet tall with blonde hair and light skin.
Who is this guy?
Right? Like, come on. I mean, I think it would be pretty obvious. if that was the case.
And he didn't have an answer for that. Like he didn't know if they knew what, but he said that the briefings he's had talked about them. And he said when Trump was briefed on this topic, because Trump finally had a briefing and he was in the middle of impeachment.
Trump was like, bring him here. I'm going to grab him by the pussy. That one, not that one, that one.
Like he was in the middle.
Daughter.
Oh, wow. That's a good point. Yeah, his daughter's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of being impeached. So he's going through that. And then he had like this existential briefing that just kind of rocked his worldview. He joked in the briefing whenever they said that there are these half-breeds. He joked that Adam Schiff must be one of them. And so,
okay. I don't think Adam Schiff qualifies to be cool like that. Altered Beast says, same reason Grays use the butt is the same reason we do. A colonoscopy can tell what you ate a month ago and can predict your health or your future health. Poop is a very good indicator of biology. I'm just thinking butt sex, you know. Is Sydney Sweeney a Nordic crossbreed? Could be. She's a little short for a Nordic, but she's got the titties, I would say, because I'm just assuming that all Nordic women have big breasts, big voluptuous breasts, you know, that you can feed off of. So let's go with that. Can we see some Nordic beehole? Let's see if I can find some pictures of it. Butt stuff is huge in outer space. Nordic mouths expels a fecal matter and hence the interest in anal probes. I'm down with it.
No shit.
Adam Schiff might be half insectoid. See, now that would make more sense than the Nordics. Yeah, I'll go with that. That are they just into butt stuff to each their own? That could be. Yeah, that's a good point. They could just be into butt stuff. Lone Wolf says, sorry, but I don't believe any of this. We're to believe that all of a sudden there's a variety of alien species. Why reveal this now, not before? Well, this is going to be interesting stuff, and I will just say, like, I don't believe anything until you give me some relevant evidence, real stuff that not these drops and stuff. But they have talked about the Nordics for forever. They have talked about the insectoids and the reptilians. Like, these are nothing that's new, which is why I almost think that also could be the PSYOP, because they're giving all of the UFO community and conspiracy theorists exactly what they've been saying now for years. So if they come out and they tell you that everything you've been talking about is correct, maybe question that a little bit. You know, this could be just a giant PSYOP to distract people for just whatever. You know, distracted people are easy to control. Welcome to Earth. This is how we say hello. Plop. Great space genes. That's a good point with Sydney Sweeney. Good call. Andrew Mark says, did you know Bruce Lee had a vegan brother named Broccoli?
I guarantee that guy's still a virgin.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Sean can't hear that because he's on his iPad, but that's good stuff. One last thing we're going to bring up, and then we're going to touch on the Two-Face thing, and then we'll probably dip out for the night. This was one of the new dumps, I guess, from the UFO files. Now, somebody did leave a comment on here saying some of the videos in this video are artistic recreations or from prior releases, not all new footage. What I'm interested, though, is this. This is what I've seen going around. TMZ has had a bunch of other people dropped of this orbs. Now, the orbs thing definitely is something that interests me because unlike actual spaceships or vehicles or anything like that could be out there, the orbs interest me because that could be interdimensional, which I am definitely into. Fallen angels, demons, that stuff makes some kind of entities, you know, the rulers, the powers of the air, you know, that makes more sense to me than actual physical beings coming from across the cosmos to be here. So here's this video that was released. Let me go back here a little bit. Oh, yeah, get rid of TMZ. Let's check it out. This orb right here. Is it playing? Yeah, it's playing. Okay. Oh, is this a time lapse? This is an actual video. This is BS. All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find the actual video. I've seen this before. I thought...
So disappointing.
Yeah, there's an actual one. That one's... here's an article. Let's see. Is this the same thing? That's the same thing. Somebody's got to have this video here. What the fuck is that? Sometimes these comments are so crazy. Right. Nope, that's not it. Hold on a second, guys. This is my bad.
I'll be back.
Oh, come on, man. I'm trying to find this. You're taking off. I need you to hold the show off for a second.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, just a second. Then we can get into this.
Okay.
All right, let me look through this way. UFO. Search that. It says trending video, so it should pop up. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, a lot of UFO talk on here. I'm actually going to be really annoyed if I can't find this video. That's kind of like it, but not necessarily. Because it was from this year. It was 2026 in the Northeast, which I thought was kind of interesting because that's kind of close to where we live. And I've seen some things up here in the sky. No, I don't know, guys. I don't know where this went. So that's my bad. Sorry about that. If I can find it, I'll bring it up probably next week. So, all right, Sean, go ahead and do what you got to do. I'll hold down the fort until we can get back and we'll talk a little Two-Face. See what the chat is saying here. The only aliens all back 100% are killer clowns. Yeah, the killer clowns from outer space. Good classic movie there. Did you ever see or ever find anything under Skinwalker Ranch? I stopped watching. No, I only watched a little bit of it. My dad, when he was still alive, really enjoyed that show, and he recommended it a bunch of times to check it out. And I watched it. I watched it for a little bit, and it was interesting. But the thing about the reality TV shows is, what, 50% of the stuff you could probably believe that's on there. Everything else is just put together for entertainment. Now, are there weird stuff that happens at Skinwalker Ranch? Absolutely, I believe it. Is it exactly how it is depicted in the show? I got to question it. It's the same thing with Ghost Hunters or Finding Bigfoot or any of those shows back in the day that you would watch. It's still a scripted show. They still have to make an entertaining season, give you ups and downs, cliffhangers, all that kind of stuff. Now, there's some interesting things about that place. How do these things happen? Who knows? The Earth is weird. Our world is weird. I think there's a lot of things to our world that we absolutely don't understand, even with all our science and stuff. The hubris of the human condition is that we think that we understand everything because of science, or understand things because we can research stuff and we can put theories together. There's so many things that we don't know. We don't even know half of what's in our ocean. More than half, but 3/3 of what's in our ocean we don't even know because we haven't been able to explore it. A lot of the dense forests around the world we haven't been able to explore, let alone the stars that we've supposedly gotten to the moon and been able to send drones and stuff out to, whatever you want to call it, to Mars and different planets. So who knows? I think there's a shit ton of stuff that we have no idea about. So could there be things going on? Is there a gateway at Skinwalker Ranch? Possibly. I would love to go. I would love to go one of these days and check some of these things out and see if you actually experience this stuff. And that's when you could be like, okay, this could be legit. This could be real. Maybe it's not. But you don't know until you actually get out there to these spots and actually check out the phenomenons, Rachel says the only aliens you Americans should fear are the ones north of 49. Well, that is true. That is true. Yeah. All illegal aliens, I fear. Mobig says, I never watched Skinwalker Ranch because if anything groundbreaking was discovered, you hear about it long before the show aired. See, that's my thing, Mo, and I'm right on board with you. Any one of those shows that claim to discover something brand new, you know that they don't, because you would have heard about it on the news, on the internet. That shit gets out so damn fast if something is actually discovered of relevance And so I'm just like, all right, I'm watching the show. I know it's going to be just one of those things where it's left up to a mystery again. That's how you get people holding on. People keep tuning in. There was a show called Oak Island that my dad was really into as well. And he loved it. And he was always talking about, like, what are they going to discover, all this kind of stuff, whether it was treasure here or there. And I always thought the same thing, too. I'm like, I'm glad that my dad enjoyed it. And I wanted to kind of, like, enjoy that experience with being able to talk to him about shows that he liked. But in the back of my head, it was like, if anything significant ever was found, we would have known about it way before the show ever aired. Beanpad says, good night, guys, and thanks. Good night, my friend. We are going to, as soon as Sean's back, we're going to jump into the Two-Face talk and then probably end the show because I got to work in the morning. Don is in the house. Says, hail to you. The return of the studio happened on Saturday. I think it was at 7 now, so make sure you guys are checking that channel out and checking that show out. Good art, good conversation over there. Well, Big says, I would much rather watch if they had made Skinwalker Ranch a documentary instead of stretching it out into a series that I know is going nowhere. That's a good point, too. Yeah, the format probably would have been better in a documentary. I'm just sus of everything our leadership tells us. Fair enough. I don't really trust the government. Yes, there are elected officials that I probably trust more than others that I put into office with my vote. But you definitely have to be leery of anything coming from the government. All right, Sean's back. Here we go. If aliens are out there, do we need a Duke Nukem? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. True, we Canadians are pretty dangerous. I've heard from Rachel Brinkley. All right, let me find this Two-Face stuff and we'll wrap this up because this is interesting casting, I guess I could say. Oh, that is not where I'm supposed to be. All right, Batman talk. Where did I pin this at? A lot of alien stuff to get through. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we have here with this post is Sebastian Stan is rumored to actually be playing Victor Zsasz in the Batman 2. Brian Tyree Henry is rumored to be playing Harvey Dent. Now, it's not really a rumor. If you go look it up, Google it, it's officially cast that Brian Tyree Henry is playing Harvey Dent. Now, if you don't know who he is a where's this article? Let's jump into this. Is that going to take you to the article or am I have to share? Nope, I'm going to share the article.
He was in Atlanta, the FX show with Childish Gambino.
Oh, nice.
That was a good show.
Was he was also in the Jack Kirby
Eternals.
Thank you. I can never remember the name of that movie. All right, let me bring this up. Hot rumors here.
And Godzilla.
The one with the first one they did back in 2012, was that?
No, the one with Millie Bobby Brown.
Fuck, which one was that? Did I see that? Was that King of the Monsters?
I think so.
Okay. Says hot rumor: the truth about the Batman Part 2 Harvey Dent and Sebastian Stan real role. I hope your premiums. No, nobody cares about that. Is this actual article? No. You fooled me. Fooled me with that article. All right, I'm failing here at the end here.
Got him.
I know.
They got him, kitty.
They got me. All right, here we go. Let me just bring this. I'll just bring this post up. We'll just go from the post. Who cares about sharing articles? This is the new Two-Face, though, and it's got mixed reviews. Some people think it's great. I see Sammy was in the chat saying he was all about it. He's a good actor. And here's my point. Matt Reeves race swapped Selena Kyle and Jim Gordon in the first Batman. And I was like, okay, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. These things happen. The first Batman movie was fine. Some people hate it. I thought it was okay. It was way too long, but I didn't mind it too much. But I'm like, okay, that was a one-off. Let's get into the Batman 2. Let's see what's going on. We hear all these rumors that Two-Face is going to be in it. We hear the Court of Owls is going to be it, which I think could be kind of a cool thing. And then you hear that Sebastian Stan gets cast in the movie as something, and instantly the rumors are like, oh, he's going to play Harvey Dent Two-Face, because why not? It's a perfect casting. Looks just like Harvey Dent. You know, it's like it's too good. And so for the longest time, that has been the rumored casting, is that Sebastian Stan is going to be Two-Face in the new Batman movie. We find out yesterday, news breaks, the casting comes out, and it's actually, no, it's not Sebastian Stan, the perfect role for that actor. It's this guy, Brian Tyree Henry. Now, the one thing I noticed right off the bat is he's black, apparently. You know,
what?
I didn't know either. You know, it's this news to me. But here, the thing is here we go again, right, with the race swapping for no reason. And I had a conversation with a few people online, very respectful. But I was like, I don't care so much about the skin color of somebody that's playing a character if they were the right actor to play the role, right? If it really was that way. My question is, and my worry is that this is not necessarily the right actor. It's that Matt Reeves went into the Batman number 2, just like he went into Batman number 1, and said, I need to balance out the white actors in this movie. And now we have another character swapped from white to black, and it's the character of Harvey Dent. Now, I don't know this guy too much, apart from the Immortals. Or is that the
Eternals?
Eternals. Apart from the Eternals, I don't know the actor too much on how he actually is here or there with his acting ability. So maybe he can be just fine. We saw Aldris Elba, or whatever that guy's name is, do a great job at Man of Arms. I had no complaints with his performance in Masters of the Universe, and that was a race swap character. With this, where are we going with this? Does he play a good Harvey Dent? Can he play a good bad guy? Sean, you've seen probably more roles. You know, Kenny, I mean...
Yeah, he's a good actor, but he looks too fat to be Harvey Dent.
See, that's right off the bat. I was like, you know, he's
got kind of a round face.
He's he's a little round. He's a little chubby for the character. Is he gonna, you know, lose some weight? You know, tone up a little bit. He doesn't have to get ripped or anything, but just look a little bit more like the character. Or are we going to get kind of a chubby Harvey Dent in the movie? And to me, it just look at the character. Look. I want characters depicted the best they can, comic book versions. It'd be the same way if it was a black character and they cast him as an Asian or a white guy or whatever. I'd just be like, no, the character is this. That's their character. Give me the way that they're supposed to be. And this is just another example here that you got to watch out when you leave the door open for the woke stuff, the DEI stuff. It's going to be coming back. Now, with that being said, this movie could pan out to be very well. He might kill it. He might kill it as Harvey Dent. We might go see this movie and be like, you know what? I was wrong. He did a fantastic job in this movie, and he owned the part. But until I see it, I'm just going to have to wonder if this is just going to be another thing we got. It's just another box checked in the Matt Reeves universe as we're going forward. And it's like you got to have half, you know, you got to balance out the white actors. That's all I have to say. That's the only way I can look at it is you have to balance out the white actors with minority actors when it comes to these movies. And I'm getting kind of tired of that. The Batman wasn't bad, but it was kind of dull, and I never watched it again. Yep. Sean and I were talking about that. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just way too long. I've only really watched it that one time in the theater and watched bits and pieces of it from the time it's gone on to streaming. But I think a lot of people are like that. Like, I'm interested to see the number 2. I'm interested to see what the preview is going to be like. I'm sure he's black. It could be a rumor. Brian Tyree Henry could be better off playing Detective Harvey Bullock. That would probably be a good casting. Yeah, that's a little bit of a thicker, rounder character. Is his dad going to be white? Isn't Charles Dance plays Christopher Dent, or is that a rumor too? That I'm not sure on. But they could always get past that kind of stuff. You know, people get adopted all the time. You know, so they can get past that. Could they be doing a nod to Billy D. Williams from Batman 89? That was the first thing I thought. And the post I put out there was like, I knew as soon as if I complained about a black actor playing Harvey Dent, the first thing people were going to come at me with was like, well, Billy D. Williams did it in, 1989's Batman.
I did that to you.
Well, and Sean did that to me too, yeah. And like, I already know the argument. I get it. I was like, but that's not a precedent, right? back in '89, we weren't faced with this the DEI stuff, the race swapping. It was legitimately like sometimes like yeah, like I remember when I watched that movie, I was like Harvey Dent's not black. It was weird for me, you know, when I was like, oh, that's gonna be Two-Face, but it's weird that they cast that actor. But it wasn't a big thing. It was just kind of one of those things that's odd. We move on. It wasn't a big deal because it wasn't politically motivated. I think now we these things are absolutely politically motivated, and it's harder to kind of accept, even if this dude does a good job. So is it a nod to Billy D. Williams? Maybe. Does it set precedent because at one point in time, the character of Harvey Dent was played by a black actor? No. It doesn't change to me the fact that the character themselves is a white character that I would like to see depicted as a white character in the movies. Oh, and I said before, anybody that's watching out there and you want to cry racism, whatever, I want a black character to be depicted as a black actor in a movie as well. Probably said the Batman didn't interest me the first time. The second part probably won't bring me in for the movie. Yeah, I get you on that. The Serious Man's in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. He says, nice. Missed the notification because I was playing Arkham Asylum on the 360.
Very cool.
Good game. You know, it's one of the only games I've played. Now, I played in the series, but I don't know if I played that exact one. I had one of them for the PS4. Maybe it was just an Arkham game. Maybe it wasn't the Asylum game. Welcome to the party, pal, says KO Joe. I don't know what it's in reference to, but I do like it.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. Billy D. Williams had charisma. Two-Face is nothing but charisma. Never seen the new guy. Wait and see, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm a wait and see on anything. But, you know, my opinion right off the bat is I don't like it. You know, Sebastian Stan was a good choice. He would have had the look. And I think he would have carried the look of Two-Face when he became Two-Face very well as well. All right, Sammy's back, and this is what I was waiting for. So I'm honestly okay with Brian Tyree Henry as Harvey Dent. The man has proven that he can play villains. What movie has he been a villain in? I'm just saying because I haven't seen a lot of his work. Just look at Megatron and Transformers 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was Megatron in that.
Was that a voice acting thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, voice acting is obviously a little bit different. You can do the voice, but you're the face of the character is the character. You know that's different than actually doing the portrayal. So how does he portray Harvey Dent, the villain, in live action? I don't know. We'll see. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna see what the makeup looks like when they actually get him in makeup and do all the test photos and get that out to everybody. This is a huge role for him to take, and I'm looking forward to what he does. Well, hopefully he does a good job. Like I said, my mind is always open to be changed about everything. Just because they cast a black actor to play a white character doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to just shit on it because of that. Like I said before, Idris Elba did a really good job of Man at Arms in the Masters of the Universe movie, and I like that actor. I wasn't happy that they did the race swapping, but watching the movie, it didn't take me out of the movie because I was invested in the movie, and he had a good role in it. So if I watch the Batman 2, which I probably definitely will, it'll be the same thing. I will watch it, and I don't think it will take me out of the role, and I'm not going to judge it because they cast him as playing Two-Face, and he might do a great job, and I'll be open about it. If it is, then I'll say it. The man has good presence, and he should be given more opportunity to play villains more. All right, well, I guess this is the chance to prove it. Now, how are they going to approach the character? Is it going to be kind of like Nolan approaching the character, where you can kind of root for Harvey Dent a little bit because you know his backstory, being a very upstanding prosecutor that gets attacked, mutilated, face melted off, becomes the villain, split personality kind of thing? Or is it going to be a completely different take, like a brand new take like they did with the Riddler? I didn't like the Riddler character in the first Batman movie. I'll say that right off the bat. It wasn't the Riddler to me. It was very much like Seven, storyline. And so, I mean, is this going to be so drastically different from the character that I'm not going to like it? That's the thing I'm looking to see. Sammy says, at this point, I'm kind of indifferent to the race swapping of these characters, especially as it worked well enough in the past. Billy D. Williams was a good Harvey Dent. Yeah, I addressed that, though. I mean, but like that's not precedent for anything. just because Billy D. Williams, who happened to be black, was cast as Harvey Dent in 1989's Batman doesn't mean anything for current day, black actor taking over Harvey Dent. One, to me, doesn't make the other one a positive or a negative. They're two different things. Plus, this guy is homosexual. Okay, I know he played a gay character in a. What's the name, Sean?
Eternals.
Eternals. Thank you. I didn't know he was in real life though. That's neither here nor there to me, to be honest with you. Like actors, whether you're straight or gay, whatever character you're acting is, I'm watching the character, not the actor, when it comes to that stuff. Matthew says, I get what you're saying, Joe. Was just considering the possibility of them looking at everything from the history of Batman. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, if you look at the history of the Batman, the character is white. That's the history and the story, You look at the movies, yes, Billy D. Williams played him in 1989. He was a black actor. And then that guy in Dark Knight in 2004 or whatever, or what, I don't know, when Dark Knight come out? 2006, 7, 2008, there you go. White. You know what I'm saying? All the characters in cartoons depicted as the character white. What they did is they changed his face color. Like he's pink in the comics. He was blue in the Batman animated series.
He's green in comics.
No, he's green in the comics. He was pink in Batman Forever, blue in the series, and then just kind of like a more messed up burn version in Dark Knight. Brian Tyree Henry's not gay. Okay, let's look it up. Let's just get this. All right, let me look this up. Is Brian Tyree Henry gay? Yes or no? Okay, so Google AI says Brian Tyree Henry is not openly gay in his personal life. However, he is a prominent queer ally and famously played the Marvel Cinematic Universe first openly gay superhero. While the actor himself does not publicly discuss his sexuality and personal relationships, his groundbreaking portrayal of a queer superhero and devoted family man in the MCU has solidified him as an important figure in the LGBTQ plus representation. Okay, so it's open-ended. I don't think that helped solve anything. Could he be gay? Sure. Could he not be? Possibly. I believe in Tyree. All right, there you go. What are you, his publicist? Where does it say that Brian Tyree Henry is gay? I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
We're just making up rumors.
We'll just make up the rumors. That's what I've heard. I've heard it. I was under the assumption that he was. Based on the Google search, it's open-ended. So maybe his, maybe
We're prominent influencers on the internet. Joe bought his check mark on Twitter.
That's right. That's right. That's all that matters. It means everything, and that's all that matters. Roy says, don't like this guy's style of acting. He's manic in every role. In Godzilla, he acted like a spaz, then a spaz in the next roles. I've really only ever seen the Eternals. I did watch Godzilla, but I can't remember his character, so it must not have stood out for me very much.
He was the podcaster guy that worked for the company that was...
Was that the Millie Bobby Brown one, or was that the first?
Yeah.
That was the Millie. Okay. All right. I think
he was in the last two.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not getting too up in arms about it. It's just, it was kind of disappointing when I saw it because I really wanted Sebastian Stan to be Two-Face. I thought that was the perfect casting. Now you're going to get him as Victor Zsasz, which he will probably do a pretty good job at, but that's just not like... In the realm of Batman rogues, he's lower on the list. Why cast him to play such a lower character on the list? I don't know. That's my thing. But the chat, you guys seem pretty split on it.
Dope John Paul Valley.
Oh, dude, yeah, he would have been. If you were going to bring in the Azrael character, John Paul Valley, yeah, now we're talking. That would have been it right there. All right, guys, the first 30 days of Reaper Destroyer has ended. We will be kicking off another 30 days here as soon as I get a chance to reset this timer. And hopefully we'll get the Indiegogo up and running at some point as well once they approve the campaign. But thank you to everyone that backed the first 30 days. I think the official number for the first 30 days that we ended with Let me look up here and get an accurate
Clear my
number.
throat. All right.
Okay, clear that throat. Let's see. That is. Oh, okay, I'm on the right one. That is not the. Why is it? 5,400. I wish it was 54,000. 5,440. Let's round up, say $47,000 altogether. I can't show you the screen because it says all the personal information down here on my website. I had to refresh there because that was not the right total. So almost $5,500 in the first 30 days on this campaign on the website. So thank you to everybody that came out and supported the website. I know a lot of people are waiting for Indiegogo or Back Me Bro or someplace else to back. So at some point we'll get the book up there. Total sales versus, you know what? I was trying to, so this being my website, let me look it up real quick. Comic book one for $2. Oh, Sean, you can't bring it up because you're on your, forgot about that. Comic book one for $2 says total sales, EVS versus mail-in cover. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Let me look up real quick because not being Indiegogo, this doesn't necessarily break down by tier or product, so to speak. So let me see if I can look up that number real quick. Let's see if I can get a better number for you. Okay, search for. Okay, maybe we'll do this. I might have to look this up on my phone. I do most of this stuff from my phone instead of the computer. All right, here we go.
Fizzle sticks.
Fizzle sticks. Here we go. All right, look up John Malin. $34 covers for John Malin. So I gotta count them individually because it doesn't store them as like one cover. And that's not counting black and whites. I'm just gonna go with the main covers. Let's see, Ethan. All right, here we go. Ethan's covers. $31, so pretty damn close. I think John's got it right now. What did I say, 35 for John?
I think so.
So 35 for John, 31 for EVS. So that's pretty close, coming down to a wire. Malin's was around for a longer time. Yeah, Malin's was around. So EVS, we only just now got the colored version for EVS. I mean, he finished his cover. We launched the campaign without the actual art. And I think some people were waiting to back it. We got the colored version and the black and white version now. So if you guys haven't yet, this is the colored version of the Ethan cover. So he might catch up as we get going here. We've definitely sold more Ethan covers as of late since this cover came out, or the colored version came out. So that might close the gap there. But official numbers there, I would say John is winning in this race right now. So that's something that John will probably tout at some point, maybe hard art this Wednesday. But this campaign will still be open, guys. Like I said before, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to re-up this for another 30 days on this website while I'm still trying to get out the Indiegogo, and we'll see what goes on with that. And then after that 30 days, much like a regular crowdfund, we'll just go into a quote-unquote in-demand on this campaign. But you guys have time to get it. I'm not going to try to bullshit you and be like, yeah, do it now. It's going to be done. There'll be no other chances. No, it'll be up. It'll be up for you guys to back throughout the year. And I appreciate everyone that's back so far. You guys are amazing. SuperiorPressComics.com. Go check that out. Back Reaper Destroyer 2, amongst everything else that we have. We need to end the show because we're going late. Let me see this one real quick. We got 33 people all together on the YouTube channel split between the horizontal and the vertical. We've been holding that number here for quite a while. Appreciate you guys for checking us out. Rumble, I don't know if we ever got past 2. Nope. So Rumble is what it is on Rumble. That's everyone's like stream to Rumble and then nobody goes and watches. So we'll see what happens on there. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight on the Ronin Joe Show, episode 56. We looked at the Spider-Man leaks, talked about the Two-Face thing, talked about butt-fucking aliens, a bunch of different things. A lot of topics to cover. If you missed it, go back and watch it when you get a chance. Yeah, it's 103 over here. Same here, 103. I'm looking at it, I was like, I got to get up for work in the morning. Usually I try to get this show done by 12:30 at the latest, but it is what it is. So tomorrow night I will be on the CG Kings over on Ethan Van Sciver's channel. Whenever he drops the link, could be 7, 8, 9, depending on when that show goes live. But this is the first time after I've been done with softball coaching that I can actually jump back on that show full time again. Wednesday I'll be on Hard Art on either John or Shane or John's channel, sometimes Sean's or sometimes Salty. Possibly me in the future will be hosting, so be on there Wednesday at 11 to 2 a.m. is a great show. Lots of fun talk over there, good times. And then Thursday we will be doing the catch-up stream of Ott and Stuff. It will be the last Ott and Stuff show we ever do, episode 275. We've had to postpone this thing 3 times, right? Twice at least. This might be the 3rd time we're trying to get it done. So we are getting it out there. Michael Bancroft is our guest, and we will be ending Ott and Stuff in style and just having a good conversation with Michael Bancroft. And Sheldon Martin is also going to be jumping on. We're going to be looking at their campaigns and just let's end it in style. Some good comic book talk to go out, and then we're going to be getting back to the grift next Thursday with Kayla returning as well. So until then, everybody, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Go find a stream to watch or go to bed if you are like me, have to get up in the morning and work. So until then, everybody, be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
He should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, to destroy the world."